Welcome in, everyone, to what is officially our second campaign, but we've undergone a bit of a name change. We are now going to be, going forward, referred to as Cloaks and Capes. So welcome to the first campaign of C&C. We are actually moving from a homebrew setting of my own into Critical Role's Exandria. So anyone who has ever watched Critical Role, you might find that there is a bit here that you recognize, but for anyone new, don't worry, you are not at a disadvantage. You will learn just like the rest of us as we explore what is to become my own version and interpretation of this world. So with that, and I'm also trying a few new things here as well, so please still be patient with me as I look to change some things around as we go, such as right now having to change some music.
You're not using the canon music? What?
No, I'm using some new music that I found from another streamer.
Ooh.
Oh, where'd my music page go? I wrote down what all these songs were and then I lost it. Here we go. Those of you in chat, let me know, by the way, please, if the music is too loud or too quiet compared to everyone, and I can adjust accordingly. All right, so our story begins in the realm of Exandria, created, of course, by Matt Mercer and Critical Role. This particular tale starts on the celebration of the Zenith, the 26th of Undalar. Festivals all across Wildemount can be found in full swing, with celebrations carrying on through games, displays of magic, black powder fireworks. One of the largest and grandest of these celebrations is being held outside the heart of the Dwendalian Empire in the city of Rexentrim. Whatever has brought the adventurers to this point, it's up to them. But with the festival drawing to a close, all eyes are on a makeshift stage just out the front gates. As actors and entertainers put on a final show, what's really drawn the crowd this year to it is that one of the parts will, rumored, to be played by a member of the Cerberus Assembly, the Archmage of Civic Influence, Astrid Beck. As all of you stand outside of Rexentrim, the capital city of the Empire, your gaze isn't drawn to the massive walls that keep the city contained within, the towering structures as they try to peek over the top, blocking out and becoming the horizon itself. This jewel of a city is only second to the merriment being held outside of its walls. With the Zenith being celebrated, summer has officially arrived. The festivities range from games like the Strongman's Hammer, the coin purse toss, and arm wrestling. There are all manners of stalls for food, both healthy, sugary, and meaty. Vendors sell clothes, trinkets, and crafted goods, from weapons to armors to dream catchers and jewelry. Children run to and fro without a worry as adults make merry while eating, drinking, and being jovial. Now, despite it being so early in the day, fireworks still crackle in the sky and explode during the daytime. They look better against the blackness of the night sky, but you still have no trouble seeing them on the blue, cloudless canvas above you. While there's much to see, the celebration of the Zenith always starts in Rexentrim with a play by the local, highly celebrated theater troupe of the Ravens Flock and Laugh. The performance draws the attention of all to a grand stage set against the wall of Rexentrim just outside the southern main gates. Standing room only, all of you, from one point or another, make your way to find the best view that you can. We're going to go around real quick and allow everyone to give a brief description of their character. We'll start with you, Leo.
Why me first?
Because you're right at the top.
God damn it. Well, I'm a wood elf. I don't need to describe my class yet. I'm just like normal dude looking, kind of in his mid-30s, but he's like 200 years old. He has normally smoking a cigar most of the time, just trying to be leisure, looking around. He has greenish hair, greenish eyes, and that's pretty much Leo. He's just a normal dude.
Okay. Leaf, what about yourself?
What race is he?
He's a wood elf.
Oh, yeah. I think you said. The one known as Leaf is covered in a simple brown tunic. If you look upon this one's body, you will notice several arcane ley lines going from its arms all the way up to its chest area. Its face area doesn't have really a face. It has ley lines indicating a green laurel at the top of its head. And it has just a little triangle set of lines where its eyes would be. It's also an automaton of sorts, some sort of war forge, and it's that's about it. It's gray and metal.
All right. Kieran, if you could describe yourself, please.
So Kieran appears to be a young adolescent boy who is eagerly looking out into the festival. He has brown skin. He has a great whoosh of hair on top of his head, and he's also very, very, very extravagant in his presentation. He has face makeup. He has jewelry around his wrists. He has earrings. He's wearing a fancy golden inlay of a tunic over his regular collar shirt. He doesn't seem to be carrying much besides like a small coin pouch at his side. And yeah.
Ty Mavra.
Maeve is about average height. By that I mean like 5'3" or something like that, very lithe. She is what you would call a pallid elf, which looks like a normal elf, but what sticks out about her is she has very light blonde hair, very pale skin, and her eyes are more of a dark brown. But if you look closely, you would see that they're pretty dilated. She mostly wears a kind of a one-sided bluish poncho. That's kind of got blue stripes on it. She's got her right arm is more free with kind of a shoulder pad and some purple gloves and just black leather pants. And she's also kind of trying to not look super conspicuous, because if you peek under her poncho, you would see a bluish wyvern creature that is trying to look out and figure out some smells, and she is trying to hurriedly keep it under her so that he doesn't go out from her.
And Hermia.
Man, I feel like it's like the first day of school and the teacher just called your name and you're like, shit, I don't want to introduce myself. Okay, Hermia is kind of short for an elf. She's no Ladrin. She's got warm high-toned skin, and her hair is like a vibrant crimson red almost, and she has gold eyes. She has a hood pulled over her, over top her, and she's wearing like kind of like black armor, like black leather armor, trying to like be like as nondescript as possible, but she's way too clean looking and like prim to be like looking like just like a regular old like person on the road. So she kind of looks out of place. She's got a big long sword like strapped to her back, which is odd for someone kind of short. And she's kind of like she's not really paying attention to what's going on the stage. She's kind of like looking around at like the other people that are in wherever they are, and kind of like looking at their faces, like. But like as soon as they make eye contact, like looking away quickly. She's like looking for somebody.
All right, so as you all gather around in various places around the stage for the show, this year's show is titled My Tower, My Prison. And you watch as all the actors in grand costumes, wearing colorful, often gaudy masks begin to gather. It's a story about a soldier who is conscripted into the army and must leave behind his childhood sweetheart to join. While stationed at the border in a tall tower, he thinks of her always, but his heart becomes conflicted when he starts to fall for another. Surprised by his feelings for another soldier, he tries to fight the urges and focus on his duty, but one night it happens, and he realizes that perhaps love is more of a complicated thing. But during the first night alone with his new lover, the enemy sneaks by his tower. They lay waste to the surrounding countryside because he neglected his duties. Heartbroken once more, he seeks out a way to undo his mistake. Looking for the legend of the hag in the hills, he finds her, but she warns that to undo the harm that is done is to undo the love that was found. As the star of the show struggles on stage with his decision, there's a flash to the far left. A hooded figure darts quickly across, bypassing all of the actors who watch on, frozen in surprise. The figure dashes between the star of the show and the hag, and a splatter of crimson stains the wall behind the hag as she falls to the ground. The figure then jumps off the other side of the stage, and it takes a moment for the actors to realize what has happened, but they begin to panic. And then you watch as a wave of confusion and chaos slowly begins at the front of the stage and starts to work its way back through the crowd as everyone begins to realize this is not part of the show. The crowd screaming and falling into a panic, it quickly turns into a frightened mob, and the last thing you see is the assassin exit off stage right. At this point, Leo, you hear a feminine voice begin to echo in your head. Redeem. Follow. Kieran, find yourself. Follow. Maeve, rescue. Follow. Leaf, understand. Follow. Hermia, apprehend. Follow. All of you, for one reason or another, in this panic, a calm washes over you, and you feel the urge to chase after this assassin. What do you do?
Do I recognize this voice?
You do recognize this voice. It's the one from the vision.
I immediately follow then.
Wait, do I?
You do not, no.
Do I see Maeve?
Currently in the chaos, you don't see anyone else. There's
In
just
particular.
people rushing all around you, and you know the direction that the assassin ran in.
Then I'll pull up my hood and run towards the assassin.
Is there anyone who does not?
Leaf immediately follows the orders of the voice in its head.
Okay. In this case, we're going to go
Do
into... Yes, Kieran?
Sorry. Before I go, do I see anyone in the crowd around me who's not reacting like they should be?
Go ahead and make a
Hermia
perception
is
check.
kind of like delayed in her reaction time. She really wasn't
yeah,
paying
do I notice
attention to the play.
Leo,
So she's like, what the hell? Did someone just die? Why is everyone screaming?
Leo, you can also roll a perception check since you asked if you could see Maeve or not. How much, Kieran? You were
Four.
muted.
Roll multiples. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
10 total.
14.
Okay. Looking around, you mostly just see panic around you. So if everyone's going to attempt to chase after, we're going to go into a skill check here, or a skill challenge. So you may go ahead and choose from your skills what you would like to do in aiding yourself in trying to catch up to this assailant. You'll have to provide me with the reason on why you chose the selected skill, and depending on your reasoning and the skill will determine what the DC is. So whoever would like to go first.
I'll go first.
What would you like to do?
Leaf is going to look on the ground to where the assailant has left, and using survival, try to determine if there's any tracks that the assailant has left behind.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Did it work? 16.
Okay. Pushing past everyone and over onto that side of the stage, you begin to survey for the tracks. It's difficult, being that this is a big celebration. There's been a lot of foot traffic. Not quite as much over on this side. It seems to mostly be from actors in stagehands. You aren't able to necessarily discern any of the footprints, but what you do notice is a few splatters of blood, perhaps from dripping still from the dagger, as they only go about a few feet, at least pointing you in the direction that you should be taking off in. So you head off in that direction following. Who's next?
I'd like.
do-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Could I do an acrobatics check to see if I can like quickly maneuver my way through the panic of the crowd?
Sure, go ahead.
Ooh, 22.
Okay. With a 22, you're actually able, as a large dragonborn is starting to pass you, you grab a hold of his arm and cloak and kind of climb up him really quick. He kind of stops, a little confused that's what is happening. Before he can gather his bearings, say, or do anything, you launch off of his back, and then from person to person, sort of shoulder to shoulder, you deftly hop from one person to another, landing on the stage and peering out in the direction that the assassin ran. You see one cloaked figure that is starting to head in that direction when everyone else is running away. Who's next?
May I argue use of I know it's kind of lame, but may I argue use of perception to see where the assassin had gone and keep my eye on whatever kind of cloak, whatever kind of color, to follow his tracks through the crowd?
You may go ahead and roll a perception.
Oh, damn. 12.
Okay. So with a 12, you're trying to look out in the direction that they would maybe have went. With everyone else kind of heading back towards the city, they did dart off in another direction, so it should be relatively easy to spot them. However, in the confusion, the chaos, people bumping into you, you can't quite make out anyone in particular. But there isn't a whole lot of structures outside of the city where the stage is. It's mostly plains off to the east beyond the stage besides the wall. But you do notice that there is a large outcropping of rocks that seems to rise up about 200 yards off, right up next to the walls of the city.
Right.
Hermia?
Okay, so after Hermia kind of processes that something serious went down and she completely missed it, she's like, "Oh my god, what do I do? Okay, deep breath, focus. What would Leander do? You go see what happens." So like everybody's running like towards like the exit, so I'm gonna like go the opposite way and kind of use like dexterity to kind of like dodge and weave
Kinda
around
make-
people
kinda
trying
make your
to
way
go.
through. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead and just make a straight dexterity check for me.
Okay. Oops. Stop here. I got 8. Where's my dex? A dirty 20. I rolled an 18.
Okay, yeah, you're able to use the momentum of people kind of rushing by you to go in the opposite direction, definitely dodging back and forth and making your way through very, very quickly. As you come out the other side of the crowd, you do notice a cloaked figure. You're not sure if it's the same one, if it's the assassin or not, heading in that direction. And you also see a small adolescent boy up on the stage who also seems to be beginning to move in that direction as well. Leo, I believe you're the only one who hasn't gone yet.
Do I see all this that's happened?
It's just kind of like chaos happening around you. So what
Okay.
skill would you like to try and use in your pursuit of where the assassin went?
I want to argue stealth, but is it dimly lit?
I mean, it's noon, so not really.
Is it lightly obscured? You have that feat?
You can still use stealth, but it is going to be a much higher DC since that is a more unusual skill to use for something like this.
I want to go unnoticed.
Go ahead-
Anyway.
Go ahead and make a stealth roll.
Natural 20 plus 8.
Natural 20. All right. Leo, who had actually found a pretty decent spot up close to the stage, is still puffing away on his cigar as everyone is beginning to run around. Perhaps sights like this don't surprise him as much as other people. Putting out his cigar and putting the rest of it back away into his pocket, he quickly slips back around behind the stage, bypassing a lot of the crowd. And you notice, Leo, running up in the shadows along the wall, what looks to be your would-be assassin. And you take off chasing after them. That is 4 successes. You guys have passed the skill challenge. All of you slowly emerge, one way or another, from the crowd and take off across these plains towards this figure who seems to be running towards this outcropping of rocks. And you all begin to notice each other slowly as you converge in on them. But by the time you get to the cavern, the figure has already entered inside. One by one, you all arrive next to each other as well. What do you do?
I check the door, since I'm going to be the first one to hit.
All right, so you walk up to the cave entrance. It seems to be big enough to fit through, and after probably 5 or 6 feet inside, it does seem to open up into a wider cavern. Is everyone else heading in as well?
Yeah. I'm gonna look at everybody and kind of go, what are you doing here?
None of your business. Why are you here?
I was led here. Have you been led here?
By whom?
She narrows her eyes before just shaking her head. We've all been called here. Let's go.
Hermia, like, kind of, like, is she's still kind of, like, moving very quickly, like, almost, like, I guess, like, slow jogging, not quite full on sprinting, but, you know, trying to, like, move quick, and she's like, focus, keep going, no hesitation, and she's like, wait, did someone say something to me? No, it doesn't matter, keep going.
All right, as all of you move in and enter the cave, you do catch up with the assailant, who seems to be looking for something on one of the walls, frantically looking back and forth, but you have them cornered in a large space against the wall. They turn back to face all of you, brandishing a firearm and a dagger, confidence in fire visible in their eyes. Before anyone can react, there's a quick flash of light and a cold wave washes over each of you as your attention is drawn to a new entity in the space. She is beauty personified, an elegant figure in silver robes with skin black as night. Her eyes shine like the moon as they shed a dim light across all of you. From her eyes to her silvery hairline, you see actual stars dotted across her skin, sparkling and twinkling as though they had been plucked from the twilight itself. As she opens her mouth to speak, you hear only a series of both discordant and harmonious tones that slowly begin to resemble and morph into words. And then you begin to hear it in your native tongue. One is missing. A moment. And she turns back towards the end of the cave and raises a hand, and you notice a blue spark as a portal opens. And out tumbles another figure. Rosalind, if you would describe yourself, please.
Yeah. So Rosalind hits the ground with a thud and a groan. And she a big girl. She a little over 6 feet tall. And if you recognize a Kalashtar when you see one, you would recognize her as being one. She has a mane of silver hair and is currently wearing chain armor and has a sword and shield with her. On her right shoulder is a cherry wood pauldron that is crafted in the shape of a wolf's head. Yeah.
As Rosalind climbs to her feet, the figure speaks. Welcome, knights. Chosen. There are no civilized words for what you are about to learn, but for your benefit, you will call me the Oracle. Today, you become something more than destiny had planned for you. And you all feel a slight, warm sensation. Not quite a burn, but enough to gather your attention. Rosalind, you feel it on your back, right in the center. Leo, on your chest. Kieran, the back of the neck. Hermia, the left side of your chest, just under the clavicle. Leaf, you feel it on the inside of your left palm. And Maeve, you feel it on the wrist of your right hand. You have been given a mark so that you may stand a chance at repelling what is to come. Your first test begins now. And as she vanishes, a burning red orb appears near the assailant that you had came in here after. Between all of you and the assassin, it grows quickly, consuming the air around it as it morphs and opens, and from within its murky red shade, a long, grotesque arm reaches through and claws at the cave floor, pulling itself out. You see an open, gnashing maw with rows of teeth that disappear into its gullet. It lets out a low, eerie moan that causes the cave itself to vibrate. Smaller creatures with cracked, grotesque skin start to scurry out from the portal beside it. Roll for initiative.
Okay, so I'd just like to say that as it's starting, Rosalind got up and was like, hey, I don't know, maybe I missed something because someone told me, well, okay, never mind, swords out.
Yeah. Maeve is yelling at everyone to get into position. Oh, she doesn't know what's going on either.
All right, go ahead and
no.
She's just pretending she knows. All right, let's do this. Initiative.
First initiative roll of the campaign, 5. We are on our way.
Mine was 11.
I cannot select my token.
You can't. Oh shit. Yep. Hold on. I know why.
Oh yeah, I can't either.
Yeah, this will give you a chance to kind of put yourselves about where you think you would have been.
Thank you, Celtic Crow.
Oop, you're a little big.
I mean, I'm down for being a large creature.
Remember, we can just step on these things. This is no problem. We got this.
I love being huge.
All right, you guys had the assassin surrounded. Rosalind, you were kind of, over down that way. So you're up, around, and in these areas. I assume you don't want to be quite that far, Hermia.
Yeah, I think it's...
All right, so go ahead and roll for your initiative. No, my dice!
No, my dice.
Do you want us to roll again, or is there a way to give the
No,
number?
if you already rolled, just go ahead and put your total in the chat, and I will add it for you.
Okay.
Oh, actually, we'll make that be the assassin's initiative roll. A natural 20.
Great.
Alarmed. It appears that they are attacking.
Oh, damn! Natural 20 for the little ones as well.
What the hell?
Oh, and a 5 for the big guy.
Oh, who has higher dex?
Yeah, what's his dex?
There we go. So that's a 7. All right, so Leaf got a 3. Kieran, what did you get?
I got a 21.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hermia got a 10. Maeve?
11.
Leo?
17.
That's the one.
Leaf's already on there. Roz?
5.
Ooh.
Picking up where Evelyn left off, baby.
All right, I believe that was everyone. So right from the top, as you watch this displaced horror and these small little mites crawl out of... Whoop, hold on. Please, everyone, make sure that you remind me especially in battle, to pop over to the D&D map, because I will forget.
D&D map.
D&D map.
D&D
Yep.
map. Do it.
Also, make sure you keep all of your notes
There we go.
open so I can cheat on stream.
My notes are in Google Docs, so that won't happen. So, as this all happens, you watch as the assassin, as visibly confused as the rest of you are, scans from Hermia to Maeve to Leo to Leaf, and then seeing the big thing, aims up her firearm at it and fires. I don't think she has
Okay, so
multi-attack by now.
Oh, is Assassin's with us?
Well, it with us insofar as it saw this thing and went, holy shit.
I mean, that's with us. Beggars can't be choosers.
And she does hit it for 8 damage. And then she takes a step back towards you, Hermia, and then kind of just like keeps eyes on you, like waiting to see what it is you're going to do. Oh, actually, she gets sneak attack on that as well.
Oh, first round. Yep. If she's the assassin. I know they say
All
the
right,
assassin.
Kieran, it's your turn.
Do it.
Oh, I forgot to put snip on this page. Crap.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
now we can.
Hi, sorry, I keep having weird technical things. Okay, so I'm still towards like the entrance of the cave because I was very much like, whoa, what is going on? But I'm going to reach into my coin pouch and pull out what looks to be, whoever's paying attention, a small wooden box, and I'm going to squeeze it in the palm of my hand, and then I'm just going to whisper to myself and say, "What do I do?" And then I'm going to, and I can't remind me, Robbie, is that a bonus action for me to do that, or
To do what
is that
again?
an action? To communicate with my buddy. I can't remember what we said.
Don't you have to be inside of your thing in order to do that?
I thought I messaged you a thing where I could, like, if I physically touch it and I spend some sort of action, whether it's a bonus action or an action.
I would probably say in order to speak with him, it'd have to be an action.
That's fine. Yeah, so I will do that, and I will, probably gonna I'll take a step back. And then I'll end my turn there.
Okay. So, not gonna do any attacking or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. All right, it is the little horror mites' turns.
Oh boy.
And they're going to scurry up to Rosalind, and they do so with like incredible speed. Like, you know the speed that centipedes move? Like, things that small shouldn't move that fast.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't like that. Not a
That's
fan.
great.
2 of them head to Rosalind, 2 of them head towards Leo. And because of pack tactics, they will both be attacking with advantage.
Boo.
Warning, you are currently being attacked.
Does a 7 hit Leo? Probably not. But
Nope.
a 21 does. So you take
Yeah.
2 damage. Roslyn, 14 hit.
No,
You have a shield, don't you?
I do.
You were able to defend against both of them as they come up, gnawing and gashing and slashing at you with their talons. Leo, it's your turn.
Rosalind, like, seriously, what the
Okay.
fuck?
I look over to Leaf. I'm like, "You're gonna help me, right?"
Affirmative.
Okay, then I move up 1 square, and do I get advantage, Leaf?
Leaf is not sure that is the rule set we are playing with.
We're gonna go with if you're flanking, you get +2 to the attack.
Okay, +2.
Mhm.
I
Leaf will give you
attack.
+2.
19 +6
That
+2,
will hit.
and that's 1d4 +4, and then sneak attack damage.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 +4 on the attack, and 4, 6 sneak attack damage. And then as a bonus action, I am going to give Leaf the help action.
All right. Well, as you bring your dagger down onto this first one, it crunches right through its skull, and the thing just scatters like black ash.
Dope.
All right. End of your turn.
Yep, but I give Leaf help on
Okay.
his turn.
Maeve, it's your turn.
Do we have a separate token for Luster or no?
We do. I think. I'm pretty sure I made it. I'm
Sorry,
about to find out.
I'm starting by casting it by summoning him. So.
Are we gonna get the Pegasus again?
Well, Well, you could make one with his actual face.
It was actually a cockatrice.
That was the plan. Crap! I knew I forgot something. Forgetting all kinds of great stuff.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
His face will grace you all for next time, but for today, it will be a pace.
For today, rat token.
No, I got you. Technology.
If you need his HP, let me know.
Yeah, we'll get that in there. I'll give control of him to you so that you'll be able to
Put that
add
in there.
it.
You got it.
Okay, come on, refresh. Where's he at? Luster.
Oh.
What size creature is he?
Oh, excellent question.
I think he's just a medium.
I think he's medium right now, yeah.
Okay, what's his HP?
Yeah. 20. Drake, technically, but that's okay. Who's asking? All right.
You control Maeve. All right,
Perfect.
there you go.
I got it. Okay. Maeve kind of looks to her squirming companion inside her poncho, goes, "All right, Lester, time to go." And he comes out and grows into a medium-sized drake, and I am choosing lightning as my infusion. Oh, I hope they're not immune to
Alright, so
lightning.
you guys watch as this small little dragonling leaps from inside the elf's cloak, hits the ground, and then grows about 10 times its size, and lightning begins to crackle across its shimmering scales.
No, seriously, what the fuck?
All right, and as my bonus action, Maeve is going to tell Luster to hit the horror mite. So we're gonna do a bite attack. 20.
20
natural
hits.
20.
Yep. Describe how Luster attacks.
Luster doesn't have any wings, so he can't fly. So he is going to rush up with a giant maw, and is with lightning crackling in his teeth, and is going to go and really get at that middle of that horror mite and just this big shocking through it.
Yep. And as Luster crunches down on it, just like the one before, it just seems to scatter into black ash as electricity crackles out from Luster's maw.
Good boy.
Alright.
As a free action, she's going to rub his ears, and he's very happy about that.
All right, Hermia, it's your turn.
Okay, question. This is kind of like a technical question.
Yep.
I still am like thinking of Pathfinder and having nightmares. Are you counting the draw weapon action as a bonus action or free action?
Nope, it's a free action. Unless you're trying to put
Okay,
one away
thank
and take out
God.
an entirely new one, you can draw as an attack.
just pulling out my sword.
Yep.
Thank God you're not
Yeah,
letting
I
me
forgot to,
making
but
me do a bonus action. Okay, so Hermia first she takes out her long sword. It's pure black. The blade itself looks like a piece of the night sky. And she is going to point at the displaced horror and bonus action cast Hex on it. And I hope it's not like immune to necrotic. And then cast Eldritch Blast at the giant ugly thing.
All right, so your hex lands. Go ahead and make your Eldritch Blast.
Eh. That is 18. 12. Wait, yes. Yes. No.
18 is going to
Yes.
hit.
Okay. That is the.
So go ahead and deal damage and an extra 1d6. Also, you can choose one ability for it to have disadvantage on. Choose one stat.
Let's do. It's a big old thing. Let's do strength.
Okay, disadvantage on strength ability checks.
And that is a 9 on the die for the Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And then an additional d6.
Yep.
That's only a 1.
All right, you watch as Hermia extends her hand out, and what color is your Eldritch Blast?
It is. It's kind of like it's a bolt of fire.
A bolt of fire. So you watch as sparks begin to form right in her palm, and from it leaps out a sort of dark. There's a bit of sort of a black smoke to the tail end of it as she launches what looks like a firebolt at the displaced horror. Anything else, Hermia?
Nope.
All right, time for the horror's turn.
Oh boy.
Looking out and surveying all around it, it disregards Rosalind, since it has some of its little minions next to her, and even disregards the Warforged automaton immediately to its left, and instead looks on to the grouping of individuals near the mouth of the cave. And you watch as something cracks and unhinges in its jaw as it falls down and hits the floor. These teeth and spikes beginning to protrude out more and more. And you hear this low, guttural vibration that echoes throughout the entire cave as it unleashes its breath attack. I need a Constitution or a Dexterity saving throw from Leo, Luster, Maeve, the Assassin, Hermia, and Kieran.
Con or Dex, right?
Your choice.
Okay, this is going to be, well, I'll wait till everybody else is done because I have to do 2. Oh, nope. Okay, I guess I'll go.
I mean, it'll
I'm
fold
rolling,
into the
sorry.
chat anyway, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
All right, that is mine. That's Maeve's, and this is Luster's.
All right. Maeve makes it, Kieran makes it, Luster makes it, the Assassin makes it, Hermia,
Dirty
and Leo.
20.
All right, Leo makes
Trying
it.
to pull out my dice. God damn it. Shoot, that's only a 7.
All right, Hermia, you're the only one who fails it. Hermia, you are going to take 11 damage. Necrotic. Everyone else is going to take 5 necrotic damage as it lets out. It looks like a smoke or a mist almost, but as it hits you, your body just feels cold and drained, and you notice that parts of your armor, even your weapon, begins to just vanish. It's not quite like acid or they're being burned away, evaporated, or disintegrated. They're just starting to they just vanish away as though there was nothing there to begin with. You feel that glow, that warm hum that you felt earlier when the Oracle was speaking to you begin to shock a little bit, as though it was protecting you from more devastating effect from this ability. And as that happens, as this thing is nearing its turn, it opens up its gullet wide, looking up towards the ceiling, and lets out this ear-shattering shriek. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw for Frightening Visage.
Oh boy. Okay, this is Maeve's. Ooh, and this is Luster's. Okay. Not good.
All right, Maeve, you are frightened.
Okay.
Kieran, you are frightened.
Forgot what frightened does, so I'm gonna look that up.
Frightened makes it so that you cannot willingly move closer to the target, and if they are within view, your attacks are at disadvantage.
Alright, that's fine. I got this.
All right,
19 plus 2 for me.
Leo, you make it. Rosalind,
15.
you make it. Hermia, you are also afraid. Leaf,
Aww.
you make it as well. All right. Rosalind, it is your turn.
All right, Rosalind gonna pull her sword out and stab a horror mite. So that is sweet. 9.
On the horror mite?
Yep.
Where are them stats at? That is a miss. So you swing down at the first one, but it seems to just be too slippery for you and evades out of the way as your blade clatters against the ground.
Okay.
All right, Leaf, your turn. By the way, at the end of your turn, if you're frightened, you can make another wisdom roll to overcome the effect.
Thank you.
You there, Leaf?
Leaf will shout out, "Excitement! We are turning the tide." Let us continue the fight. And Leaf's chest cavity is going to open out, and then another tinier leaf is going to fall out in front of him.
What?
As I cast Summon Beast. This leaf is like a little robot kitty.
Okay.
Oh,
Robot kitty!
okay.
We have friends!
It's always great when the DM has to go, what?
I just wasn't sure what it was. So, okay. So, yeah, you watch as Leaf's chest opens, and it's... At first, you almost think that it's a liquid, but you notice the consistency is more sand-like. But as this substance hits the ground, it forms up and begins to take the shape of an animal. And it takes a kitty, like a cat, a kitten.
Yeah, a cat, but it has like Leaf's head.
Okay, yeah, you see a kitten with Leaf's head.
Oh, it's not a leaf head, it's like a robot head.
Right.
Yes.
The head.
That's
of
amazing.
this-
Less
this
cute
automaton.
than I thought it
Oh,
was.
Yes.
That's even better.
This is a land animal.
You have advantage on your first attack.
Well, as that's my action, and as my movement, I'm going to move over here, and then I'm going to use a wild shape to turn into a brown bear. So Leaf just like gets larger, and suddenly is like this like robotic bear that has ley lines going all over it, and its head is also still just Leaf's.
It's very like T-1000 in the way that he transforms into the bear. Are you still medium-sized?
I'm large beast now.
Ah!
Make sure you're keeping track of your HP separately, please, Leaf.
Okay. Yep, I have a bunch of things open, so.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. Back to the assassin's turn.
Thank you for the assistance, Leo. It was
She's
most beneficial.
going to...
Well, you lost it anyway.
She's going to slip between you two. Now, somewhat convinced that none of you are going to attack her because you are focusing on this thing. And with an acrobatics roll of... Ooh, not great. She's going to attempt to run up the side. Well, actually, let me see what the total is, because it wasn't a 1.
Yeah, it's true.
No, that's good enough. You watch as she runs up this structure a bit of the ways and kind of grabs a hold of a stalactite that's up there, and then takes aim down at the displaced horror again.
Must be nice being a DM NPC.
Me be
And,
nice, she's on our side.
Is going to hit it for 11 damage. And we'll give her sneak attack because there's a giant bear next to this thing, so it's not paying attention.
Also, my Robo Kitty, I placed it like great.
Ah, yes, sorry, your Robo Kitty, of course. I'm glad you told me about this beforehand so I could have a Robo Kitty token ready for you. Instead, you get... Nope, not those.
Give him the cockatrice.
Hell
him
yeah,
some-
he's
give him
getting the
some Paca.
cockatrice. How much HP does it have?
It has 30.
It has
Wow.
30?
30 HP?
It's a beast.
I know.
It's a summon beast.
Are you sure that's a
We're
beast you
level
can summon
3.
at level 3?
Yeah, it's the stat block is in the thing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, if
Bestial
it's
spirit,
land
small
and
beast.
water.
Yeah, it's a land beast.
Yeah, it's at 30. That's what it says on here. If it was in the air, it'd be 20.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah. Damn.
All right. Nope, that's cool.
Is that
Yep,
one
yep.
of the new ones at Natasha's?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, those are so good.
Oh crap, I accidentally deleted the horror mite off the initiative turn. It's a good thing I noticed it before it got back to its turn.
No, we can just leave it.
You
I can just
could.
never have a turn again.
You could. All right, so with that, Kieran, it's back to you.
Do I receive any response? from
What
my
are
last
you asking?
turn? What should I do?
Yeah.
you hear the sound of your patron. Survive. This isn't worth it. But there's something, as those words ring into your head, the mark that you've been given. Where's yours at? You feel this tingle on the back of your neck, and as much as you want to run, and it is your choice, there's a new sensation that you're feeling that's telling you to stay, to fight, to help. And that sense of fear that you were feeling vanishes.
Okay, so then I think that's gonna change because I thought I was afraid. Okay, so I'm going to put my box away, and then I'm just going to. I'm just gonna wring out my hands, crack my knuckles, and say, "Well, let's get the night started, don't we?" And then I'm going to.
Oh, I lost.
Oh, you cut out.
You cut out.
Sorry, I pushed to talk. So I reach into my vest and I pull out 2 hands of cards, and then I'm going to use my bonus action, Robbie.
Yep.
And I'm going to throw a card right at the big guy.
All right, what's your range? 40. I assume you should be within range, but yes.
Yeah, it should be.
Just double check that
It's 30, 60.
So it'll be at disadvantage. Unless you wanted to move forward 10 feet.
Because I can. I'm not afraid. Okay. Yeah, so I will do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay, so I pulled a card, and on top of that, I'm going to deal an additional 7. So that should be. That's going to be 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay. And then that's going to be 11 damage total.
All right, 11 damage. All right, as you throw your card, Maeve, you just hear something like whiz by your head. Leo, same for you, as something hits this thing and causes it to recoil in pain. And its entire body begins to sort of vibrate and shake and starts throwing off these little flakes of ash or just sort of some sort of dark material. And it doesn't stop. It just keeps shaking and vibrating as the air around you seems to crawl and make your skin sort of stand on end. Was there anything else you wanted to do, Kieran?
And then I'm going to, I'm gonna run over here.
Sorry,
Yes,
question still on Kieran's turn. Is that considered a weapon attack? What Kieran just did?
It would have been, yep.
Okay, I'd like to use Luster's reaction to do 1d6 lightning damage.
All right, go ahead and Kieran roll 1d.
No,
Yep, that's fine as well. So as you threw your card, Maeve, you're still kind of like trying to figure out what the hell was that. But Luster's eyes seem to have sparked and enchanted this thing with lightning as it hits. A little spark of lightning also deals a bit of damage to it.
He was a little excited.
Just like a little bzzz off the shoulder.
Luster is the best boy.
Yes, he is. He's good boy.
Those of you who can see notice that 4 more horror mites crawl out of the portal.
Oh, hell no.
We'll start with Leaf. Whoops. Does 18 hit your AC?
Yes.
You take 3 damage. Does 15 hit your AC?
Yes.
You take another 3 damage. Robo Kitty.
No, Robo Kitty.
Does
Robo Kitty!
14 hit
You can't
its
hit
AC?
Robo Kitty. What are you doing?
What was that? I'm sorry.
14.
Hits.
It takes 4 damage.
Okay.
15. It takes another 4 damage.
Okay.
Roslyn, 18. Hit your AC.
That meets.
You take 3 damage.
I
16
no.
misses. That was, I think, 2 and 2. All right, Leo, it is your turn.
Also, can I have control of my
Robo Kitty? Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Is Leaf big enough for me to ride?
Yeah.
I'm a large creature.
Can I use my acrobatics to climb on top of him and then like take a stab at one of the horror mites?
Leaf, would you be willing when it happens? Or would you start trying to, like, buck him off?
No, I'd be fine with that.
All right, go ahead and make an acrobatics check. Leo?
17 plus 4.
Yep, you are able to jump up onto Leaf, and you can take a stab at one of the mites that's sort of attached to the side of him, just tearing into him with its little pinchers.
That would be 16.
That hits and takes it out.
Can I use my bonus action to use my offhand?
You can.
Okay. And I don't get any pluses, but that's a natural 20.
Let's go.
Too bad these things only have 1 HP, but you kill it.
And I'm just going to ride Leaf.
Sounds good. Maeve, back around to you.
All right, so Maeve's looking at that thing that freaked her out, and she's trying to take some deep breaths. And she remembers the Oracle saying to her, rescue. And she looks over to where Rosalind is, kind of surrounded, and is going to try to take a hit at this guy right here with her bow and arrow.
Go for it.
I'm just going to hit the roll twice since I have disadvantage, and we'll just take the lowest one.
Yep.
1, 2, both 9, so that's a no-go.
Yep, so, what weapon, or what are you using again to attack?
Longbow.
Right, longbow, you're a ranger. So yeah, you go and you knock an arrow and fire it out, and it misses the mite. And Rosalind, you're honestly not sure what she was shooting at, and if it was you or not.
Trying to be nice.
All right,
Anything
bitches,
else,
all right.
Maeve?
I'm gonna use my bonus action. Do I want to do this now? I'm super sorry. Let me just double check something. Nope, that can't do that. And I can do that. I'm going to give big enemy guy Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
So I'll be able to deal extra damage when I actually manage to shoot him. Otherwise, I get to make a wisdom save.
Yep.
Okay. Please. No.
Nope,
I'm
that
still
thing's
scared.
pretty scary.
Still pretty scary.
Hermia, your turn.
that's it.
Oh, yep, sorry. All right.
Nope,
Did you
nope,
want to
nope.
move at all? Or
Uh,
give any commands to Luster if you're able to?
I can't. That's a bonus action,
Okay.
so we'll just leave it at that.
All right.
He takes the dodge
Hermia.
action.
So should I roll the con save for when I got damaged by whatever roll?
Yes, for
supposed
your
to be-
concentration on hex.
Okay.
Yes, you should.
That's what I thought. So I do that first before I forget. That's 19 on the die plus 2.
All right, so you maintain concentration.
Okay. So Chris decided to be this. Leaf decided to be this big old thing.
You can still shoot
Which
around
is-
him. It's fine.
Okay. Can I see him?
Yeah.
See the
Because I mean,
big giant evil thing?
The creature's pretty big as well.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. I'll hit it with another Eldritch Blast.
All right. You're rolling at disadvantage because of fear and because of the new effect that's causing this thing to sort of like vibrate at a weird frequency.
Okay. Those are both 12 plus spells plus 6. So that's 18.
That hits.
Okay. Might be 10. Ooh, that's only a 3. And then the d6 is another 1.
All right, total of 4. You send another Eldritch Blast at it. It's a little shaky, but you do manage to catch it on the shoulder. Anything else, Hermia?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, back to the horror's turn. He recharges his breath attack, and you watch as it opens its gullet once more, the teeth starting to protrude even further as it lets this weird, cold, numbing mist come out from its gaping maw. Leo, Leaf, Luster, Maeve, Hermia, and Assassin all make Dex or Constitution saves.
Okay. Here's my dex. And here is... Aw. I made it, but not Luster.
All right, Maeve, you take 4. Luster takes 8. Leaf takes 8. Leo takes 4. Hermia takes 4.
What kind of damage is this?
Necrotic.
Luster's not doing so hot.
Is there an additional effect?
Nope.
Okay.
It's level 3, man.
Roslyn. It's your turn.
Could be an ooblex.
Oh, okay. Since I'm sitting here with a bunch of horror mites around me, and this weird elf girl shooting at me now.
Maybe. You're not sure.
Yeah, no. I'm just telling you what Rosalind thinks.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my bonus action and cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
Drop that. So that'll up my AC by 2, and I'll spend a spell. And then I will try and attack one. I'll attack the one between me and the cockatrice.
All right. That's a Robo Kitty. Thank you very much.
Sorry, a Robo Kitty.
Robo Kitty assists you.
Can the meow still be the like?
You do get a +2 to your attack because of Robo Kitty.
There we go.
Awesome. 25 then.
All right, you slash down on this one, scattering it to ash.
Sweet. That's my turn.
All right, as you bring your sword back up, Roslyn, and you move your shield back up into a defensive position, taking a look at the rest of them, you hear a voice. You can't quite place why you think you know it. It doesn't sound like... Is it Ceres? Ceres?
Ceres, yeah,
It doesn't
Ceres.
quite sound like Ceres, but you feel like you've heard it before. And it says that portal needs closing. Leaf, it's your turn.
Leaf will say, "Warning, when this one is in this body, I cannot speak, so do not expect any more assistance verbally." He's just going to move over here, and he's going to use the bear form's multi-attack to use 1 bite and 1 claw attack.
Make him at disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yep, because of this this weird sort of vibration that this thing seems to be emitting right now.
Oh. Yeah, sure.
Makes it harder to hit.
That's fine. And since it's, I don't really have a mouth, I can't really bite, so it's just going to be more of a head butt.
Sure.
It's an 8.
Yep, and you headbutt it and just slam your face down. It kind of dodges to the side, and you just kind of like smash your face against one of the rocks. It doesn't hurt much.
Now I'm going to rear back a bit. Hopefully, Leo doesn't fall off me. I'm just going to swipe at my claws.
I'm pretty tired.
15?
15 does hit. Yes, Hermia, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for the fear.
That will be 12 slashing damage.
All right. It's looking pretty rough. You notice now, as it's vibrating, that larger chunks of its flesh seems to be falling to the ground and just turning to ash around it.
Okay, as my bonus action, I'm going to have RoboKitty also make an attack against the big thing.
Go for it. Disadvantage as well. All right, Hermia,
Spell.
you are no longer afraid. You managed to shake the fear effect.
Uh, 13 because we are flanking.
That hits.
And that's another 7 slashing.
All
Slashing?
right.
I don't know. 7 piercing damage.
All right, finished.
All done.
All right. Kieran, the assassin suddenly jumps down and lands between you and turns and looks. Make an insight check for me.
Hi there.
Do you say that?
Yeah, I say that.
Okay.
And you said insight?
Insight, yep.
Just a 12.
All right, the two of you lock eyes for a moment, and you're not sure why, but there's a connection that you feel. In this moment, you can't discern exactly what it is, but in that instance of eye contact, there's something. And she takes off this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and is going to take aim at one of the Horomites near you, Roz.
True love, Kieran.
Okay. She
Oh,
lets
no,
off
murderer.
another shot with her pistol, and this one grazes the wolf head pauldron that you have. And two of these bitches might be shooting at you right now. You're not. that one definitely was like probably aimed at you.
She looks on in alarm as it hits the pauldron, and she gives a
No
nasty
damage.
glare back.
No damage to it, but like, excuse me. Kieran, your turn.
Okay, so after they take off, I just, oh, wait, do you come here often? And then I'm just gonna start following.
But actually,
and
the
then do
assassin's
I-
going to use her bonus action. After that shot goes off, Rosalind, you see her kind of like smacking the gun, or them smacking the gun against like their leg, and then seems to be like fiddling with it in some way. Okay, misfired.
So
Big
I
time.
will...
Actually, no. Wait, isn't a 1 just it straight up breaks?
She better fix it, because I'm gonna put my boot up her ass.
Oh no, she needs an action to fix it. So okay. All right. So what are you doing from here, Kieran?
So I run after, and then do I have line of sight of this Hormite?
Yes.
So I stop dead in my tracks, like, oh shit! And then I'm going to fire off an Eldritch Blast.
All right. Eldritch Blast away. Describe to us
Eldritch
what your Eldritch
Blast.
Blast looks like.
So as I begin to cast it, my eyes begin to glow like a bright teal, and there's like a small gust of wind that comes out from my feet, and I rolled a 17 to hit.
All right. As one of the Horomites is about to jump up onto you, Rosalind, a blast of energy comes out of nowhere and just smokes it out of the sky.
Do I feel relatively confident that that one was not aimed at me?
If it wasn't, it was a really bad day for the Horomite.
Got it.
I see you duck, and I'm just like, oh, sorry.
No, good shot.
It's the first apology you got.
Yeah.
And
I
your
know.
turn, Kieran?
I'm going to use the last bit of my movement and tuck back here.
You got it. Another 4 mites emerge from the portal. First, you're going to take an attack at you, Leaf. That is a natural 20. You take 6 damage.
Just missed.
And a 21, I assume, hits. Take another 3 damage.
Also miss it.
All right, and then on Robo Kitty,
Robo Kitty, no!
And another 4 damage. Rosalind, 21.
Yeah.
3 damage. And double 2s, no damage. Leo, back around to you.
Oh, God. Can I see, like, a shut-off mechanism for the portal?
You have no idea. You could try to get closer if you'd like to.
I can't, but I'm going to take a swipe at one of these wormites. 16 plus 6.
That hits.
Hit that one with everything.
Pop.
Is it? Okay. And then I'll do my offhand on the other one.
Yep.
11 plus 6? Or just 11, sorry.
Ooh, just 11. No, you swing down to attack that one, but it seems to sort of jump out of the way onto the rock and then leap back over onto Leaf.
Shit. I just hold on to Leaf harder.
All right, Maeve, your turn.
All right. Maeve is tired of being scared. She's gonna do the one thing that she's had to do when there's all odds are against her. She's gonna cast Sleep. I'm going to pick a point within 90 feet, and it hits within 20 feet. So, hold on. Okay, if I do it right here, I think I get everybody.
And you can get everybody right there, yep.
Okay. So I'm just gonna roll 5d8.
You got it.
And 29 worth of HP. Yeah, no, those people fall asleep.
All right.
I don't know if it's the big guy, but
okay. So as you invoke the blessing of the Moonweaver and cast Sleep within this area, all of you watch as a small translucent orb at this point that it is centered above these, and Rosalind, you can see it kind of hovering above you, just kind of twirls there like a bubble for a minute, and then just kind of pops and rains down this twinkling twilight in a wide area on everyone. And you start to feel a bit drowsy for a minute, Rosalind, but you're able to shake yourself awake. Robo Kitty falls asleep.
Sorry, Robo Kitty.
Robo Kitty, no!
Sorry.
Thank you, Buttered Apple. How is there not like a Z for sleeping in these icons? We'll just use that for now, I guess.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the rest of whatever these creatures are seem unaffected.
Damn.
That was a very good idea, though.
Sorry, guys. That was okay. Well, bonus.
It's just not a hypnotic part.
Yeah.
I want you to know
All right.
that if Robo Kitty had 2 more HP, Rosalind, you would have fell asleep.
Awesome.
Hermia, it's your turn. Sorry,
I still have a
were you
bonus
done,
action.
Maeve?
No, I still have a bonus action.
Okay, go
Sorry, I have a lot of bonus actions with this one. So I'm going to use bonus action for Luster to do something. Gonna do a bite attack. Wait, I needed to move first. Sorry. Can he move and attack? I'm sorry.
You got
I don't
3
remember.
8s on that sleep, by the way, too.
Yeah, why can't I roll that well? Anyway. Okay. I think he can move and attack. Okay.
Yes, yeah, he should be able
Okay.
to. I think whether he does or not, I'm going to say that you can always move him on your turn as a free action. You just need to use your bonus or corresponding whatever to make him attack.
Okay. Well, he's gonna go after the. Can he? I don't know if he can. Nope. Can't really get between there. So he's gonna go after the big guy and likely sacrifice his life for it.
Okay.
Got
to roll at disadvantage.
Oh, he's not scared.
Nope, but it's an effect that the
me?
beast is doing.
Oh, okay. 12.
All right. So Luster runs up, baring his teeth, and snaps up at this thing, but it's able to just kind of bat him away with one of its huge, grotesque clawed arms.
Okay. That will be my turn then.
All right, back to the horror. Let's see if he gets his breath weapon back. Oh, he does not. That is big sad. All right, so in that case, he is going to make 2 swings at the huge bear that it feels most threatened by. First attack.
Wait, what about me? You skipped
I'm sorry,
me.
Hermia. Yes, it was your turn. Yes, Hermia, go.
I was like, wait a minute.
I switched to your turn when Maeve wasn't done, so then when Maeve was done, I'm like, next turn. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Like, kind of like talking to myself. Like, it doesn't feel like we're doing anything to it. And more of those little things keep coming out.
Sorry, please ignore that. I just need to note that I
Oh,
used
it
it.
scared me.
Sorry.
I don't know what to do.
The big one that you've been attacking does look like it's weakening and it's taking damage.
It is?
Yep.
Okay. I guess I'll keep hitting it then with, Eldritch
Alright.
Blast.
Yep, at disadvantage now.
Sorry, guys. I have to catch up.
That is an 18 and a 14. Plus 6 for the 14 is a dirty 20.
Yep, so they both hit, so go ahead and roll your damage, D10
Wait.
and a D6.
Okay. That is...
Still scared, Maeve.
I know.
This thing is frightening, to be fair.
Scary.
In
I
fact,
think it's
Maeve,
9.
9 damage. Okay. In fact,
And,
Maeve, looking at this thing with its gaping maw, especially, though you've obviously never seen it before, and only seen a few depictions of it. Now that you're thinking about it in this moment, this thing reminds you a lot of the Crawling King.
Oh no.
And Hermia, as you send another Eldritch Blast out towards it, as it's getting ready to rear up and attack Leaf, you hit it right in its underbelly, and the Eldritch Blast bursts through the other side. And you watch as the top half of it breaks off and hits the ground, squealing out in pain as it slowly begins to ash away, just like the smaller ones did.
Wait, I killed it?
You did.
Holy shit!
But the portal...
I wasn't doing anything.
The portal still seems open, strong, and pouring out more of the little ones. Rosalind. Or sorry, Hermia.
Wait,
you have the
I
rest of your
still-
turn. Yep.
I still have my rest of the turn. So if I wanted to like do like an Arcana check, that'd be a whole action, right?
On the portal?
Discern like the nature of the portal and like how it might be closed.
Yeah, you'd also probably have to be a little bit close. You know what? If you want to use your bonus action right now, I'll let you do it at disadvantage just to see what you might remember specifically of things of this nature from your education.
At disadvantage, okay. Arcana.
Yep, Arcana at disadvantage.
Oh. 12.
12. You're not sure. Portals can be opened in a bunch of different ways for a bunch of different natures. You've never quite seen one that looks like this before, so you'd probably need to get a bit closer to try and discern any more than that.
I guess I'll move a little bit because I haven't moved at all. But I don't want to move too close. I'll move like right here.
All right. Rosalind, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna give up a couple opportunity attacks this turn because Rosalind is used to listening to voices in her head. So she's gonna call out, Theris, keep an eye on them. And while she does that, she's gonna start to move. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All
So,
right, that is a
two-
total of
two
4.
opportunity attacks?
Oh, that's a total
Or
of 4. You moved out of
1.
range of all 4 of them at one point or another.
Oh, well, fair enough. 4 opportunity attacks.
All right, first one. 17.
Miss.
20.
Meets.
Take 3 damage.
I have to roll for a concentration check real quick before you go again.
Okay.
Not down to 3. Down by 3, please.
You should be at 12, I think. Yep.
Yeah. Concentration check.
You have to beat a 10.
We're good.
Easy enough. All right, next one misses. Last one also misses. All right, so you are up next to the portal now.
Yep. I'd like to examine the portal and see if there's anything that makes sense to me on how to shut this thing down.
Make a Arcana check.
Not my strong suit. I'll use my inspiration, though. Cool. 4.
Okay, so you kind of come up to this thing and you look at it, and it's unlike anything you've ever seen before. Even the stories that your mother and father and aunts and uncles have told you, nothing was quite described like this. You have no clue what to do here.
All right. Stellar.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. Leaf, it's your turn.
Um.
You guys watch as this Kalish star just kind of runs up with like confidence and like she has a mission, and she gets up in front of this thing and looks at it, and then just kind of like does the John Travolta and looks around.
Oh, fuck my life.
Okay, so Leaf is going to fuck it. I'll just make a bite a bite attack at this last little guy near me.
Okay.
8?
That is a miss. He is too tiny and seems really, really wily and manages to get around your attack.
So Leaf just like headbutts the wall repeatedly and fails.
Yep.
Claw attack.
Go for it.
She gets really pissed off.
Yeah, you try to headbutt it once and it doesn't work, and Leo's like, it's over there, and then you just swat that thing on the ground.
You see, I told you, like, you just had to aim right there.
Anything else?
Whatever you are.
Let's work together pretty well.
Team game.
Get us closer to the portal.
Going to move right here. Can I do that?
Yeah, you're kind of towering over Rosalind.
Yeah.
All right, end of your turn, Leaf?
Yes.
All right, back to the assassin's turn. She's going to attempt to fix her gun. So, Kieran, you're kind of watching her as she's, like, trying to, like, mess with it and stuff, and then you just hear, like, a snap sound. Fuck! And she just puts it into her bag and, like, looks around, looks at you.
He's having a bad day.
Yeah, Zana's having a bad day, huh?
And then
Poor
starts
Triv.
to move away.
Triv, come back!
Your turn, Kieran.
Okay, so I'm going to. Think I'm gonna move right here. Still kind of following. Is she on a ledge, or is that just a different, like?
No, she seems to have come up to a wall, a cavern
Oh,
wall.
just a straight up wall. Okay.
Yep. Make a perception check.
That's just gonna be a 9.
Okay, yep, she just seems to be coming up near this wall on this other side of the cavern.
So I'm going to just look at her and say, "Oh, that kind of sucks. I can kind of do that too, you know." And then I just do another Eldritch Blast to one of the horror mites right here.
Go for it. You kind of get a bit of a glare from her.
That was not a good roll. 10 to hit.
You miss, unfortunately, trying to impress whoever this is. Your blast goes wide and hits a wall.
And I just, well, usually that kind of works. So,
No, you said you could get it. You could do exactly what she did,
And
you
you
did.
did.
You missed.
That's true.
So I guess we're not that different, right? You know, two peas in a pod.
I love
Anything
it.
else, Kieran?
And my turn there.
All right,
no, I'm
all
my turn.
done.
I'm gonna love this kid so much.
All right, more horror mites appear as they begin to spread out around the party.
Oh boy. I tried the sleep spell, guys.
That was
Try it again.
It was a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, boy.
All right, we're gonna start with 3 attacks against Robo Kitty.
No, Robo Kitty.
5 damage to Robo Kitty.
Are you getting
now.
above a 13?
Yes.
Damn.
RoboKitty's awake, by the way.
Another 5 damage to Robo Kitty.
Not for long.
Robo Kitty's not doing good.
Another 5 damage to Robo Kitty.
Do we
You
have a
just see Robo
healer?
Kitty like short out and
What
like
are we gonna do without our leader?
turn into like goop and just it go like kind of like goes into like Leaf's claw and like gets absorbed back.
No,
That's
Robo
kind
Kitty.
of gross.
All right, Leaf misses you.
Yes.
Natural 20, you take
He's 2 crits.
12
against me.
damage.
Oh no! All right, well,
Is that-
Giant
Is Leaf Leaf again?
Leaf is Leaf again, and I take one overflow.
All right, Roslyn. Oh, that's cocked to a nat 20. Reroll. All right, Mrs. Roslyn, and another attack on Leaf. 15 Leaf.
Oh, that's a definite miss.
Okay. In that case, Leo, it's your turn.
Hey, what happened to the bear thingy?
Can Leo make an acrobatics check to see if
Leo,
he...
make an acrobatics check as Leaf suddenly shrinks back down into his form, and you just kind of plummet to the ground.
19 plus 4.
3-point
Nice.
landing, easy enough.
Yeah. You
Just graceful.
Yep.
You do a little pose after, like the hero pose.
Confused. That normally does not happen.
It normally doesn't happen to me, but it's happened in the later years. I'm just gonna attack the one right in front of me right here.
Yep.
15 plus 6.
All right, you murderize it.
And then I'm going to offhand this one.
Yep.
19 to hit.
All right, you ash it away.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage.
Your bonus action would have been your second attack.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I'm going to... You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take the one opportunity attack, and I'm going to fuck off for a minute.
Oh, I want to use a reaction. I'm sorry.
13.
Infuse strike. Or no, I can't do that. Never
13
mind.
to hit, Leo? No,
Misses.
Yep, okay.
Sorry, infuse strike I believe is only on the same creature, so.
Okay. Yeah. You wouldn't be able to, like, infuse and have that damage hit something else, correct?
Yep.
All right, Maeve, your turn?
Yep. Do I lose the fear?
Yes, the fear finally goes away. Seeing that thing fell, you are feeling much better. Even though there's a lot of these little mites around, it seems like when you can hit them, that they go away pretty quickly, despite if they swarm up, being able to do a lot of damage. So you're feeling a bit more confident.
All right. She kind of grits her teeth. Someone check the portal. We'll take it back here, and she's going to aim for this guy with
Go for
her
it.
longbow. Oh, please strike true. 9. Okay, that's a nope.
I'm just happy
Yep.
it wasn't a 1, because that would have went in my dome.
I'll use my bonus action for Luster.
Okay.
Luster's gonna go and attack this one.
Sure thing.
Give him a chomp.
Gonna try to chomp.
No.
That's a 6. Never mind.
Nope, sorry. All right, with that, Hermia, it is your turn.
Sarah rolled a lot like I roll, I gotta tell you.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
it's like you two were made for each other.
Yeah, sure
I don't normally roll this way.
Okay, so how close do I need to get to that portal?
You would have to at least get up next to Rosalind,
Okay.
which would be up next to all of the little monsters.
Right. So given that I only have 9 HP,
Yeah, I would say
And-
let the tank handle this.
um, let's do bonus action. Drink a potion. What is like a regular healing potion? What is
2d4
that?
plus 2.
He's 1 plus 2. Okay. Ooh, that's a 6.
All right,
Because
6
it's
HP
4 plus
back.
the 2.
Yep.
Heal that up. Okay, so I feel a little bit better now. I am going to run up to this thingy right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna whack it with my sword.
All right, so those of you who are within range, watch as she pulls from this sheath a sword that, at least within the darkness of this cavern, just seems to be black. Like, there's no light that reflects off of it. You can't see any sheen or any edges. It is just black. Go ahead.
Dark Saber.
I forget. I have to like call whether I want it to be one-handed or two-handed
Correct.
before I roll. Okay. Before I try to hit it.
I mean, if you're
I'm
not
gonna do it.
using anything in your offhand, like a shield or something, we can just always assume you're doing it two-handed because that's more damage.
Well, I like have like a shield, like a buckler, on one arm. It's not like a full shield.
Can you, Chris? Do you know if you can attack two-handed if you're wearing a buckler? I don't think that you can. So yeah, we'll say that you're probably using it one-handed then.
Okay, that's fine. So roll a hit. No, where's my fancy dice? Okay. That is a 14.
14 hits. You scatter it to ashes.
Nice.
Anything
Okay.
else, Hermia?
Nope. That's it.
All right, Rosalind, back around to you.
All right. Rosalind's going to take a step forward and see if the portal reacts to her at all.
All right. As you step up next to it, something warns you, holds you back, doesn't want you to go through it, and you feel that tingling again between your shoulder blades. Make an insight check.
$13.
You don't know why. You're not sure if it makes any sense, but something tells you you have the ability to close this somehow.
Can I
Holding your hand up towards it,
Yeah.
concentrating on that feeling, that warm sensation coming from your back. Roll a d20.
Just a flat D20 roll?
Flat d20.
How does this work? / roll 1d20, right? 5.
You hold your hand out and you can feel something, but it doesn't seem to be enough. You watch, and I think only you at the moment see this since you're concentrating on it, but you do see the edges of this portal begin to spark and fray.
Oh. It's working. We can close it somehow. I don't quite know how.
Leaf, is your turn.
Okay. Leaf is going to his right hand just kind of like melts away from the hand into like this weird little cannon, and he just like takes aim at one of the horror mites and just lets loose this giant ice looking shrapnel as he launches an ice knife at this horror.
All right, is that a dex save?
Well, it is a I make an attack, ranged spell attack against the target,
And then the other
and then
ones
it
make
explodes.
a dex save. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then everything else gets a dex save. So 23 to that thing, which hits
What's
it.
the range of the explode? Within 5 feet of it?
Within
All right,
5 feet.
Yep, so you guys watch as Leaf shoots this ice shard, which impales on this one horror mite, scattering it to ash, and then the shard embedded in the ground just bursts forward, sending tiny shards all around it, wiping out the other ones.
Nice.
Would you like to move at all, Leaf?
Leaf. Leaf is going to move away from this last horror mite.
Okay. All right. Kieran, where's your attention right now?
I think like after I missed and I said my little bit, I was definitely looking back at the assassin.
Make a perception check.
That's another 9.
All right. You look back. You do not see her.
So do you think after this we could... Shit.
It's your turn, Kieran.
I'm going to... Can I see this one?
Not from
the
there.
rock?
You'd have to move over here. You did just see a small group of them suddenly just vanish into a puff of ash.
Okay. I don't think my attention is over there, to be honest. I think I would start looking. So, like, from that perception check, like, I have no idea which
Correct.
way or whatever.
Yep. You turned away for literally a split second to fire that Eldritch Blast, and she's gone.
Okay. I'm going to then just go over here. And then I'm going to do another Eldritch Blast.
You got
last
it.
one.
Classic Triv. Always disappearing.
That would be a 12 to hit.
Unfortunately, that
Blast.
misses, clattering
Climber.
just above it.
God damn it.
Anything else?
Son of a bitch. No, I'm going to end my turn there.
More of them to begin to skitter out of the portal.
Just births, death.
All right. One of them's going to take an attack at you, Hermia, but misses.
How do you
Rosalind, are you
know?
ready?
Yep. Good to go.
16 misses.
Yep.
15 misses.
Yep.
10 misses.
Yep.
13 misses. So as a bunch of them appear again and start to swarm around Rosalind, you all watch as she just holds up her shield to one side and kind of has her arm braced to the other side as these things just start to swarm around her, reaching up and attacking at her with the pincers. Leo, your turn.
Oh god, like you can't close it? What's going on? And I run up.
I'm doing my best. I'm a little distracted.
And I'll take hit this one first.
Yep, go ahead. Make your 2
How many
rolls.
fucking portals have you closed?
18 plus 6.
Yep, you get it.
Yep.
That's a lot of portals.
Can I put my sneak attack damage into something else?
These things are dying so quickly you don't have to worry about it as long as you hit.
Okay. Well, my offhand on this other one. 17 on the roll.
Yep, you take both of them out.
And I just look at Rosalind. It's like, just open the portal, and I walk up next to her and just, like, I don't know, like,
No, not
Am I-
open. We want to close.
put my hand on her.
Okay. Maeve, it's your turn.
Okay. I am. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay. I'm actually going to use my bonus action first, and I'm going to have Luster attack this one.
Go for it.
Why am I keep rolling? Okay.
No, Luster's trying to bite at them, but they are so fast.
Okay.
Luster's starting to get really, really upset at the situation.
Yeah.
She feels
I
like she's
understand.
letting you down.
No, it's
Oh,
okay.
Luster, no.
Okay.
What's the
Luster, you're
sound that
goodest
Luster makes?
It doesn't really make a sound. Just kind of like looks over her shoulder at Maeve, hoping like you didn't see that, did you?
I'm sorry, Mom.
No, Luster's the goodest boy.
I'm gonna move up here, and because I didn't want to get any. I was hoping to get rid of that one so I could move here and not get opportunity attacks. But I'm gonna just try to strike this one and hope for the best. Okay, where are you? 10. Okay, that's a 10.
Yeah, 10 unfortunately misses.
I should have used my inspiration. All right. That's all I can do.
All right, Hermia, back to you.
Whoa, okay. What's going on? So there's like one right in front of me.
Yep.
I'm just gonna try to hit it.
Hit it.
Yep. I tried twice to attack it. Apparently, I am not attacking anything.
Warning, it is very dexterous.
That's 16 on the die.
All
plus
right.
2, I think.
Swinging haphazardly. She doesn't have the best form that you've ever seen, but she does connect with it and to ash.
Ah, I hit it.
Do I see that?
Yep.
That's good.
Use both hands.
Shut up!
Anything else you'd like to do, Hermia?
I can only just attack one time, so yeah.
Let's keep our heads about us.
Rosalind, your turn.
All right. Well, Rosalind, with those things getting cut down on the sides of her, she'll be able to put her shield down for a moment and try and close the portal again. She'll reach her hand back out.
Roll another d20.
15.
All right. So this time, with Leo's hand on your shoulder, you actually feel some sort of presence, some sort of energy flowing from him to you, and that warmth on the back between your shoulder blades grows stronger, and you start to close your fist towards this portal and see the edges begin to slowly fray and crumple in. It seems like it's starting to work. Leaf,
Starting to?
it is your turn.
Leaf's turn?
Yep.
Leaf is going to walk over here and tap Rosalind on the shoulder and say, anxiously, "You are doing good, but you may require more assistance." And is going to cast Guidance on Rosalind.
There we go.
Okay.
So
I love, by the way, I love HK47.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm so
Are
happy.
you gonna back away, Leaf?
Yeah, of course.
Before you do, and then you can make the decision if you want to or not, as
Okay.
you touch her on her other shoulder and cast Guidance, you look down to your hand and notice there's a mark on it now for the first time where that sensation was, but you're only just now noticing it. And as you have your hand on Rosalind's shoulder, that mark begins to glow and pulse a dull blue color. You still want to step away? You want to stay there?
I'll stay and keep trying to assist Rosalind.
All right.
Do I feel like it's like helping
You
at all? Or
feel a
something?
connection to her, like something's flowing through you and into her.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna stay.
Kieran, Warforged have become... They were non-existent 10 years ago. You saw automatons here and there depending on where you were, but in the past 10 years, while still uncommon, due to some meddling of adventurers up in the north, they have started to migrate down south and through Wildemount.
Cool.
Your turn, Kieran.
Okay, I'm going to hop up onto this rock, and I'm gonna yell out to everyone, hey, did y'all see that, shooting murder lady go anywhere?
We
And then
have
I'm going
horror
to-
mites.
We're a bit distracted.
And then I'm going to fire off at this one.
Go for it.
Query. This
Yeah,
one
those
thought
are
you
not-
had it.
How
I
much?
rolled 7.
A 7. Unfortunately, you miss. Rosalind.
Yes.
looking at this portal now directly in front of you, you've closed it down to about half of its size. You notice a long arm start to reach out towards you.
Oh no.
This one looks very similar to the displaced horror that you originally fought, the big one that came out.
Can I bite it?
I need you to roll a d20,
Yeah.
a d4, and add 6 to it.
1d20 slash roll 1d4 plus 6. 25.
You reach your other hand up as though you are grabbing the edges of this portal, and you just start to pull it in as this claw reaches out for you. And right as it's about to grasp around your neck and grab you by the chest, you yank in, and the portal blips out, severing the arm, which hits the ground in front of you and then turns to ash. And the rest of you, in the next few seconds, are able to finish up the rest of those horror mites.
Do I actually hit something?
Maeve manages to get the last shot in.
Yay! I'm joking, but yes.
And with that, all seems well again.
Rosalind immediately turns and puts her back to the wall and holds her shield and sword up. All right. Who are you all? Why am I here? Where the fuck is Mira?
I don't know who Mira is, but it seems that we've all been called here.
By who?
Well,
You all hear a dull explosion in the south end of the cave.
that may need to wait.
Is that the way we came?
No. Kieran, it's the way that you lost the assassin.
So I don't know who anyone is here, but that murder lady, she was over there, and I don't know where she went, but it sounds like that's where she might be.
What murder lady? What are you talking about?
There was,
The shooting lady.
she wasn't
The
there.
one who tried to shoot me. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Oh, right. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no, the person who killed the actress on stage.
What? What actress? What stage? What are you talking about?
Yeah, the murder lady. Yeah.
You kind of appeared here, so I don't... Where did you come from?
I was in the forest. I was eating dinner. And now I'm here.
Okay.
Eating dinner. And then Leo just like pulls out a cigar and lights it, starts smoking.
Right. Okay, she like looks around and just kind of calls out, Urgoth? Orion?
Maeve and Leo, you two notice Hermia start to walk over in the direction of the explosion.
Wait.
How old do I think this kid is?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Hermia?
Yeah,
Hermia,
Hermia.
she's what, you're in like your early mid-20s, it seems. You do notice though, that she is an Eladrin, and being an elf yourself, you know that what she looks doesn't necessarily mean anything. She could be anywhere from 20 to 100 for all you know.
No.
As soon as she says something to me, I go, you don't see me! And I just start running towards where the sound came from.
All for ourselves, apparently.
Well, I don't know if I want to know any of you, but we should probably check out that explosion before we get the whole, like, getting to know each other thing right down. Because I don't want to get stabbed right now. I don't feel really great.
Yeah, agreed. Okay. I won't stab any of you. You stop shooting at me, especially you. She looks to the elf.
That was a mistake. I was not trying to aim for you.
Uh-huh. Then you need to learn to aim.
She gets very irritated at that.
As you say that, Rosalind, the dragon kind of like walks semi in front of the elf you're talking about, growls at you, and scales seem to kind of like flick and perk up.
Lester, it's okay. Just
Yeah, calm the puppy down.
Is that-
He couldn't bite anything to save his life.
Is that a drake?
yes, that's a drake.
Where did you get a drake?
You know what? If you want me to answer any more questions, how about we investigate this first and you can ask me all the questions you want after. Between everyone's barbs and no one knowing what to do, I'm going to investigate the noise. She picks up Luster. Well, no, she can't pick him up. He's medium sized. She just kind of orders him. I'm going to go towards the noise.
All right.
All right, since you got down that way first, Hermia, go ahead and make a perception or investigation check for me.
Okay. Let's try not to, like, send my dice flying again. Perception, I think, is better, yes. That is not so great. 8 plus... No, wait, that's just a 10.
All right, yeah, you walk over in the direction that it came from. You don't seem to notice anything that would indicate any sort of explosion.
Is it dark?
There's light coming in from outside right here. You notice that there's another entrance into the cave, and it's shedding some decent light. And you have dark vision as well, don't you?
Yeah, I'm an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Just
All right.
wondering.
Shortly after, everyone else comes up behind you as well. If one other person would like to do an investigation check with advantage, if people are helping, you may.
I will. I already have advantage to mine, although does anyone have a better investigation?
What's your plus?
It's just +1. I just get advantage on
I have
it.
a +4.
All right, I'll let you do it. I'll help you.
Oh my god, hold on a sec. You don't even need to go out there for anything.
Bad cat.
Don't say
dirty
that.
20. Oh, he wasn't.
All right, sorry.
Dirty
What did you
20.
get?
80.
Okay, so as Hermia's kind of looking
Oh,
around,
Vic.
you notice, Leo, given your background, you know a little bit more about looking for hidden or side entrances, even in natural formations like this, and you are able to find a crack sort of hidden back behind a bit of an alcove that's about 2 feet wide. And as you kind of start to slip through it, you see where the blast came from. Whoever went back through here must have set up an explosive of some type, because now you can see through small cracks where they probably went, and you can even smell what you would guess might be sewage or something rotting of some kind, but too much of the cave now has collapsed in on itself, and there's probably little to no way to get through here now at this point.
This isn't good. Little boy, you said the assassin?
What is everybody's passive perception?
16?
Damn, how?
10.
16.
14.
14.
All right, no one is a 20
Thanks.
or higher. You say little boy and look around for the little kid. Don't see anyone, though.
Oh god, where's that spastic little kid at?
Who the
What?
what?
The person that was
The what?
when I was
Yeah.
walking around.
The one that, like, almost shot you, I guess?
Oh, okay. All right. So, what? We can't go that way? It's blocked?
Yeah, unless you want to dig through piles of rocks and shit.
Not particularly.
Not ideal.
All right. So, maybe a little slow on the uptake, just trying to figure out. Someone got murdered and you were all chasing the murderer? Is that what's going on?
Well,
Whoa, someone got murdered?
Okay, so I'm wrong. Never mind. Y'all were having a camp out.
no,
We're in
we
No.
the city. There is a festival in the city, Rexentrum. Are you familiar with that place?
What the fuck is a Rexentrum?
Where did you say you were from again? I have a small idea of locations.
She would kind of glance at you and be like, not here, apparently.
Very well. All I can say is that we are all strangers. I have been following the voice that has called me here, and that is why I am here.
All right, what's your name?
You can call me Maeve. What can I call you?
Morgan.
Very well. Morgan? I just kind of look around. Are we any of us sharing names?
I ash my cigar and I just go, you can call me Leo.
Leo. Good to meet you. She's kind of putting her hands up a little bit as if trying to be cautious as she's talking and looking around at everybody.
What about you? Weird
Lester's still giving Morgan a side eye.
Yep.
Weird what?
robot.
Oh.
This one's designation number is R-66Y, although my official designation is a Lycan echotropic amplifier of fauna and flora, also known as Leaf. You may refer to me as either.
Can I give you a nickname?
If you wish.
I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to give you a nickname.
Leaf. Interesting. I've never met anything like you before. She's kind of tentatively looking over you.
Maeve, make a history check.
Okay.
Robbie, would I see Warforged regularly where I'm from?
16.
No.
No? Okay.
So,
Then Rob-
Maeve, you've never met a Warforged before, but in your travels recently in Wildemount, you have heard people talk of them. Some adventuring parties, some heroes did something up north and apparently awakened something, and now they've begun to slowly sort of move south, but you've never seen one yourself.
Got it.
Do we have Warforged back home, Robbie?
You've been in the city long enough, you've probably seen one or two and heard the same thing.
Well, I was meaning back home where I'm from.
No, I mean, they're not from necessarily anywhere. They've just started to appear and come from somewhere in the north, even further north from where you're from.
Rosalind walks over to Leaf and is just like, your armor is quite impressive. And she tries to lift up the faceplate to see who's underneath it.
Oh, it's no armor.
Ow.
That's his face.
What do you mean that's his face?
They're Warforged. I've heard of them. I've never seen one before, but they come from the north. How far north have you been? She looks to Leaf.
Accessing memory banks. Accessing memory banks.
Wow, this must have been a first edition.
Unknown, Leaf.
Oh,
Rexingtrum
Memory
is the
corrupted.
furthest that this one has been.
I see.
File not found.
I'd say that yeah, that's the furthest north. You've been around the sort of area. You've been to Eurosa and probably over near Hupperduke, and probably as far down as Barrel Bend as well, but not much beyond that.
That's east or west?
That is east, west, and south.
This one has been east, west, and south. North is currently unknown to this one.
Wow, amazing.
So this is like a golem?
Would I know what a golem is?
Yep, that's the closest likeness that you would have.
Oh, sorry. Was that to me or to Rosalind?
Yes, to both of you, yeah.
Okay.
If someone wanted to affirm that for her.
Okay. Yes, just that this is more metal.
Annoyed.
And they have
Golems
sentience?
lack advanced programming.
Or
She gives
whatever
you
the
a look
fuck
that says-
was.
What? I don't. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna let this go. You are very impressive.
Sorry, Leo, say that again.
I said, or whatever the fuck he said. Or do you have a gender?
That's a good question.
Accessing memory banks.
Or is it kind of like an attachment kind of thing?
Jesus.
The designation you refer as gender does not apply to this one. However, you can refer to this one as it or he.
Interesting. Well, and what of I'm now looking for Hermia, if she is still there?
Actually, Leaf, as
sorry,
you
go
go
ahead.
to access that as well, there, and it's up to you if you want to share this part or not, but you do find a file. There was someone who used to refer to you as my pretty as well.
That's weird.
You can refer to this one as it, them, he, or my pretty. All designations have been used in the past.
I see.
What were you used for in the past?
Oh my god.
This one's primary objective was to observe and record data on local wildlife, and then replicate various wildlife by reconfiguring my own internal components.
Oh, that is interesting.
You may have noticed in the previous fights, this one had became a bear.
Yeah. Well,
I've seen
I caught that.
dreads. Yeah. You magic folk are weird.
His likeness was canny. And speaking of, where is... I'm looking for Hermia if she's still there.
Yeah, so you look over and Hermia's just kind of like against the wall, looks like she's holding her breath and is just staring at all of you like she's trying not to be seen.
You can breathe. What can we call you?
I'm not an owl bear.
My name is call me Hermes.
Hermes. Very well.
Nice to meet you, Hermes.
Well,
Right. Yeah, that's my name. Yeah.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Give her a blank look.
yeah.
Sure.
Passive insight.
Okay.
17, anything?
Yeah.
Did
she
you lie
seems-
about your name to a name that is almost
Whoa.
your name?
I don't know if we can tell that far.
I had 24.
All right, so yes, Maeve and Leo, you can tell that A, she's probably nervous, and B, she seems to maybe just not have some of the social graces that most people probably do, and it's just she just seems like she's a bit awkward.
Very well.
A bit.
Do you need a puff to kind of calm your ass down? And I offer my cigar.
Meanwhile, outside,
what is Leo? Leo, you're
he's a wood elf.
what is what elf?
Yep.
Oh. I like inch away from him.
Rosalind's gonna kind of approach you, Hermia, and be like, "Are you an Eldrin? It's summertime here."
No, yes. No, you are. I mean,
No,
yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's summertime. You look good. It's a good summer form for you.
Sure. You
Meanwhile,
look good.
As you kind of
Thank
make
you.
awkward small talk, outside, Kieran, you were able to slip away unknown, or unseen at the time at least. And as you begin to walk outside and kind of start to take a look around, what's your passive perception?
Probably. That's going to be... Sorry, that's a 10.
Okay. So you, unfortunately, as you're looking for something, don't notice. But they do notice you, and you hear, hold on there! You! Little boy, come here! And as you turn to look, you notice a group of about 10 armored militia walking your way. You would recognize them as they're mostly. Oh, where's it at? They're mostly Crown's Guard, but there are 2 Righteous Brand soldiers with them. The one calling to you up front is a dwarf. Wearing Crown's Guard gear, has a long black beard that is braided into one long braid, and then at the bottom splits off again into 2 smaller ones. And goes, "You, come over here now." No, it's all right. Don't be afraid. What are you doing out here?
Well, so, there was a lot going on, and then the crowd was like kind of loud, so I was just I ran away.
No, there was an incident. Someone was murdered on stage. Were you there? You saw what
yeah.
happened?
No, I was just kind of
Make
I
a
was
deception
everyone started running,
check.
so then I started running.
Make a deception check.
It's gonna be a dirty 20.
All right. Well, they got a natural 20. And he just kind of looks at you. Right. All right. Well, look, you're not in any trouble or anything, but what are you doing out here? Is there anyone else out here with you?
Yeah, there's a bunch of adults in that cave over there. Yeah, you should go talk to them, not really me. I don't know what's going on.
Stitches get stitches.
All right, and he kind of turns to everyone, turns to the other ones, kind of points to a few of them, then points down into the caves. All right, well, what's your name? What's your name, lad?
Kieran. You might know me. Sometimes I perform in the taverns and such. So right now, my working name right now is Kieran the Card, but I think that's a little bit on the nose. You know?
No,
So-
I don't go out much.
No.
Too much work. Anyway, you stay here with these 2. We'll be right back. And
No, that's okay.
he starts walking down towards the cave. The rest of you, Maeve and Leo, you would probably hear it first as you're all conversing. The sound of armored units, people, coming towards you and moving down into the cavern. And you hear someone call down, "Is anyone down there?"
Maeve is going to put a finger to her lips and does not want to be seen.
Does
Let me
anyone
know if I need to make
respond?
stuff.
Yeah, Rosalind does. Yeah, I'm coming up.
All right. No, just stay there. The lot of you, we're coming down. No sudden movements. And you watch as the 2 Righteous Brand soldiers come down in front with Crown's Guard behind them. Is anyone trying to hide?
I would like.
I don't want to go to jail.
Anyone?
Can I?
You didn't do anything wrong.
Hold on.
I would
Okay.
like to try to do a thing, if possible.
All right, Maeve, what are you trying to do?
I would like to unsummon Luster so he can hide in my pockets again.
So you all watch as Luster, as electricity kind of starts to surge, or her?
Him.
As electricity starts to surge around him, just sort of like zoop, back down to a little small dragonling and jumps into Maeve's cloak. Anything else, Maeve?
Is there anywhere to hide in here? Is it pretty open?
You could attempt to hide. There is also a second entrance back where you guys came in. They both go out in a similar direction. They're both sort of on the northwestern side of this cave, but they are about 20-30 feet apart. And it seems like those who called you are coming into the entrance closest to you.
Okay. She has been warned about people in this kingdom and does not want them to find out about her religiosity, so she would like to hide in the other direction.
Okay.
You want to make a
Hermia?
stealth roll? Oh, go ahead.
I don't want to go to jail.
Is she just panicking, or is she going to try and hide?
I kind of like look towards shoot, what did you say your name was? That's
Morgan.
your real name. Morgan.
Morgan.
Morgan. What do I do?
Did you kill anybody?
I mean, that
We
monster
don't
thing.
have time for this.
The monster things are fine. You're fine.
All right, Maeve, if you're gonna try and hide, make a stealth
Yeah.
check.
Okay.
Leo, Leaf, you doing anything?
I'm gonna fucking hide.
All right, Leo, also make a stealth roll.
Well, I
And
can
I'm
spot.
gonna try to grab Hermes too. It's like, fucking come here.
Hermia like yanks her arm away. Just like
Oh,
shakes her head.
24.
Make it at disadvantage if you're trying to take Hermia with you.
Keep forgetting to use my inspiration.
It's still 24. I rolled higher.
Okay. All
Query.
Right, so Hermia pulls away from you, so you kind of like duck back the other way without her. Then Maeve, as the guards are coming in, they see you try to walk away. Hey, no, Elf, there, you hold on now. What what's going on down here?
She will turn around and just kind of give a very tight smile. We were all happened to be called here, and she doesn't really know what else to say, and so she just says that, and then just kind of
Yeah,
gives
the
a flat
crowds guard
look.
kind of look at each other confused, and you watch as a dwarf pushes through them. All right. I heard you said you got called here. Called here by what?
They were chasing some lady who killed somebody, and she escaped through a crack in the wall.
All right, so all of you bore witness to the murder on the stage.
I didn't know there was a murder. I just was trying to help, and I'm sorry for trying to help.
No, you're fine. Look, nobody's here, nobody's in trouble. We're just trying to take stock of what happened. All right, some of the crowd saw people running this direction, so we're just trying to sort it all out. Leo, you managed to stealthily get to the north end of the cave. What would you like to try and do from there? You are out of sight of the rest of the party as well as these guards.
Is there an actual way out?
Yeah, there's another exit near you. It's where you guys originally came in from.
Can I kind of peer through it and see, like, what's up the road?
Yep. Make a perception check, and also your camera is like matrixing out on us.
Is it really? Oh shit.
Oh, it's fine on my end.
Yeah, it's fine for us.
There we go. Cool.
Let's see if that fixes it.
Yep. So yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
That's an 18 plus 4.
Okay.
22.
As you begin to inch your way up, you can tell that there are there's a few guards stationed up there outside of that entrance as well.
Okay, so instead of like fucking facing down like 2 guards down here, I'm gonna go back towards the party.
Okay. Are you gonna make yourself known, kind of like step out?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be like, coast clear. We should be clear down on this end.
All right. So the dwarf kind of looks around. All right. Right then. So counting the boy outside, 6 of you.
Apparently, yes.
And you said that the assassin escaped somewhere down here. Can you point it out to us?
Yeah, it's that craggy shithole right there.
All right. He talks to one of the Righteous Brand soldiers, another one of the Crown's Guard, and they head that way. All right. Well, the rest of you we're going to bring back into the city. We have a few questions to ask you, if you don't mind.
Morgan puts her hand up. I'm sorry, back into the city? We're not in a city?
We're outside the city.
We're outside of Rexentrim. Did she hit her head?
She looks at y'all like you're crazy.
All right, look. You're not under arrest or anything. We're not going to take any of your weapons from you. It seems you've done a service for the Empire, but if you would just come along with us so we can get the full extent of the story, we would appreciate it.
Very, very well.
And they kind of step aside for you all to pass and join them.
Rosalind will march out.
All right.
They will follow. Keeping Luster squirming in with her cloak.
Kieran, you wanted to do something being outside with these other 2 guards.
Yeah, so I just cross my arms, tap my foot, and just look at them like, so do you guys like card tricks?
There's an orcish gentleman, and the other seems to be half elf. The half-elf just kind of like turns his nose up at you, and the orc's just kind of like, yeah.
I could do one for you if you like.
Orc looks over at the half-elf. Make a persuasion check.
Son of a bitch. That's gonna be 13.
He kind of starts to nod his head a little bit, and the half-elf kind of nudges him and goes, "We're working. One of the Cerberus Assembly members just had an attempted assassination. Maybe do your job for once." And you watch he just kind of frowns and shuffles a little bit.
Yeah, the other guy's like, I wanted to see a card trick, though.
It would be safe to say I know what the Cerberus Assembly is.
Make a history check.
Of course, that one was better. The 19.
Yeah, you know, from being around in taverns and bars throughout various sections of the Empire, you've overheard different takes on it. But the Cerberus Assembly houses essentially various magic influencers of some kind, high powerful mages. It is a political organization that has taken root long ago in the Empire, and well, obviously, you know, the King Dwendal is the one who obviously rules over and presides over the Empire. The Cerberus Assembly has vast influences within the Empire itself. They hold various positions, from civic influence to domestic protections, industry, various things like that. They are feared, they are respected, very, very powerful mages. And it's honestly the fact that one of them was allegedly supposed to attend and be a part of this play was a very, very, very big deal.
Would a 19 tell me, like, if I know the names of, like, the more prominent ones?
You would know Astrid Beck, the one that was apparently supposed to be here today, the Archmage of Civic Influence. She actually took power recently. You're not sure how recently, but apparently a couple of years ago. You don't know a whole lot about it, but there was a big how do you do about there being corruption within the Cerberus Assembly, and the the Cobalt Soul, which is another political organization within the Empire, was able to help root it out, and she actually took the place of the previous Archmage of Influence. Other than that, I don't know that you would have picked up on any other names.
Okay. And then Kieran, who is actually trying to formulate the plan to escape, takes interest and then goes, "Oh, is that right? Oh, that couldn't have been Lady Beck now, would it? Is she okay?"
She's fine. Apparently she wasn't able to actually make the performance today. So it was just some poor actress, an understudy, that took the dagger across the throat. And they
Poor
just kind
girl.
of stand in silence for a few more moments before you see the rest of the Crown's Guard and the only one of the Righteous Brand comes out next with the rest of this group of strangers that you were apparently called together with, and you are all being led back into the city now. As you come out, you do see a familiar-ish sight. Rosalind, there are what looks to be 70, 80-foot tall walls immediately to your right. And then off the other way, you just see leagues of leagues of plains, and as you're being walked closer to the city, you start to see the festival, the tents, the games, everything that's been set up outside. Now, where this grand main stage was is now being blocked off. There are Crown's Guard and Righteous Brand all over the place. But as they walk past that and back towards the city gates, you do see now the festival that still seems to be in full swing, despite the unfortunate accident that happened. Groups of people, as they see the guard marching you, seem to be, whispering to one another and kind of pointing in your general direction, but a lot of them are also just sort of carrying on outside of the city. You are welcome to talk amongst yourselves or ask any questions that you'd like as you're being walked into the city, and the main guard introduces himself, by the way, as Captain of the Crown's Guard, Zod Bronzebeard.
Aww.
Rosalind, it looks like a girl who is seeing a fireworks display for her first time. Her
And
eyes
there
are wide.
Fireworks in the sky as well.
Well, I assume she's seen fireworks, but she's just one's outside, and her jaw is kind of agape as she looks around.
Maeve's kind of lost in her head. She's very nervous and also feeling a little mad at herself right now.
Yep, that's fine. All right, so as you are all walked into Rexentrim, it's a familiar sight for just about everyone, unless anyone had arrived here on the eve of the Zenith. You've all been in one form or another into large cities, but Rexentrim is massive, and walking in through the front gates, even once you get past the gates, the buildings just rise up and nearly blot out the sunlight as you are cast in the shadows of these buildings from left to right. You are able to do that, Hermia, and you are all taken into a building about a 15-minute walk inside of the city. And as you get inside, they direct each of you to rooms, pairing you up. Leo and Rosalind is taken into a room, Kieran and Leaf is taken into a room, and Maeve and Hermia is taken into a room. And you are told that someone will be with you shortly. So,
Do you have any particular order you want us to go in?
Let's start with Leo and Rosalind.
Okay. So once we're alone, she'll glance over to Leo. All right, so I take it I don't know, is this a kind of place that's just going to execute us, or?
No. We didn't do anything wrong, technically. So as long as everybody gets their story straight, we're fine.
They're not going to like my story.
Well, I mean, you can tell them that you fell out of a portal. They'll believe it. There's been strange shit around here before.
What do you mean they'll believe it? I don't believe it.
Oh, I don't know who did it.
How old would you say your character is, Leo, or how old does he look?
He's 209, 207 for an elf, but like 30-ish.
Gotcha.
It feels like 30-ish. But he's seen some shit.
Yeah, Rosalind could not be more than 20 summers.
I don't know what that means.
She's
20 years.
She's like 19.
Oh, okay.
19, yeah.
All right. And so I don't know, maybe catch me up a little bit. There was a murder. Y'all ran after the murderer and got stuck in the cave. And what was up with the portal and the monsters?
That's a good question. I don't know. The voice in my head didn't say from so-and-so. Or this is Leo. Like, for instance.
Okay. All right.
So, I don't know, just bunker down. If you don't want to do a lot of talking, I'll do most of it. If you want to fill in the blanks, you can.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I just got to get out of here and go find Mira. You haven't seen Tabaxi around, have you?
No.
Cool.
Leaf and Kieran, you are left alone in your room.
Kieran's just staring.
Leaf is staring back.
You two just stare at each other until somebody else comes in.
No, and eventually there's a break. So, you're real, right?
This one does not know how to answer that.
I suppose that's fair. Well,
Query: are you real?
I don't know how to answer that either. But anyways, I actually can't be here too much longer, so I think I'm gonna leave.
Why are you not allowed to stay here longer?
Well, these are the cops.
Yes?
Usually that's not a good thing.
Are you in trouble with the law?
I mean, they're detaining us, right?
Incorrect. They are only asking us questions.
Right, and that's what they always say, and then someone ends up behind bars, and it's usually me. So, I think, can I show you a quick trick?
Excitedly. Yes.
I think I'd like you. But watch this. And then I'm going to do a little twirl, and then I'm going to turn my shift weave into one of the basic noble outfits that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to assume the appearance of Zod.
Okay. So you watch as Kieran does a twirl, and just like a magical girl, her or his garments begin to glow and sparkle and turn into the garbs of a. Is it more of a suit or is it a dress?
No, it's more of a suit.
Okay, a nobleman's suit, and he becomes guard captain Zod Bronzebeard.
Excitedly. That was amazing.
Thank you. And then I'm like assuming or trying to do an impression of.
Do an
the
impression the
captain.
best you can.
Yeah. So I think I'll walk out. I'll be like, "Hey, guys, he needs to. Do you use the bathroom?"
This one is able to use the bathroom. Although I do not. This one does not produce excrement. This one is able to use the bathroom for other means.
What other means would there be?
De-steepfamation.
Okay, whatever. So I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna be like, "Guys, I'm taking the prisoner to the bathroom," and then we're gonna dip.
And then we shall engage in deception.
Yeah, well, it's like a performance, We can do that. Just think of it like a little.
Would we rather not be seen?
Preferably, I mean, I can usually talk myself out, but I think it's best that you just don't say anything.
This one believes it has assistance in assisting with this. And I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Wow.
Okay.
Now we have plus 10 to stealth rolls.
Okay. So are you two going to attempt to sneak out then?
Oh,
Yep.
jeez.
All
I follow Kieran.
Right. I would
Kieran
like you.
Zod.
I would like you.
That'll
to,
make you look innocent.
I would like you to do so at disadvantage. So both of you go ahead and make a stealth roll. Disadvantage plus 10.
30.
Wow. Okay. So
14? Is that with plus 10?
Yep.
All right. So you walk up. Who's going out first? Just out of curiosity.
I think I would set my back straight and try to act like the guard as much as possible.
Sure.
And I'll open the door, be all proper.
Okay.
And I'll be like,
I'm following Kieran.
move.
Yep. And so you step out into the hallway there, and there's a guard immediately to your right who looks down. Captain?
Yes.
And then looks the other way down the hallway, and you can see Zod talking to someone else. Captain? Leaf, what do you do right here? Because they're not quite looking at you if you wanted to try and slip by someplace.
Oh no.
Do you stay with Kieran?
No, I'm following Kieran at this point.
Okay. and Zod looks down the way, and you see him kind of lean back to see. Well, stop him,
mimic.
obviously!
I mimic. I'm like, grab him!
And he looks back down at you and just kind of looks at you, disappointed. Get back in there.
I whisper in Kieran's ear. This one believes we are doing satisfactory.
And I just heave a heavy sigh and I twirl again and I go back and I look at the guard. I'm like, well, could you at least give me some feedback? What'd you think? I think I kind of got his.
Well, except that the captain wears the captain's uniform.
All right, yeah, I know.
And you were dressed like a fancy man.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Get in, and he pushes you back in and shuts the door. And you can hear it lock behind you. Maeve and Hermia.
Okay. I am at. Well, what is Hermia doing?
So Hermia is like, okay. You've talked to officials before. They obviously can't kill you. They'd start a war. You can do this. You can be normal. And she's just saying this out loud.
You feel a little tug inside of your cloak, Maeve, and when you look down, Luster's looking up at you like, what the fuck?
Maeve's gonna look at Hermia. I'm sorry, start a war?
Oh. The Empire just recently started trade relations where I'm from, so if they were to do something untoward towards me, I assume it wouldn't be taken well.
I see.
My family is kind of important.
Oh, you're from a powerful family.
Well, I mean, that's what my parents say. I mean, they're not as powerful as they think they are, but they like to pretend they are.
See. Well, we should be able to get out of this smoothly, I think. We all ran here chasing the assassin. We argued what to do when she disappeared. When they disappeared. And we heard a boom. And then the guards came. Pretty
Right.
simple, right? I think.
I mean, yeah.
We'll be okay.
Right.
Well,
Hermia kind of pushes off her hood and make sure that her signet ring on her hand is prominently visible.
Huh.
And just kind of look proper and she's not inwardly panicking.
confidence. That's good. So I hear.
Right. Yep. Confident. I am confident.
Listen, you have to take a deep breath. It's like the point behind the tree before you let the arrow into your hunting target. Deep breaths. Let your limbs be relaxed. We'll
Wait,
get through this.
I was not. I spaced. I didn't hear a word you said. I'm trying to inner peace here. Confidence. Yep. I am a confident person right now.
Then that's what we will stick with.
All right.
I do look down at the signet ring. I don't know if I could make a roll to see if I recognize it.
You would not know.
Okay, that's okay.
During this time, though, Leaf and Maeve, you have a chance to kind of look at this tattoo on your hand, and Maeve, you have one on the inside of your right wrist.
Yep. I have a slight glove that will hide it, but I do kind of look at it before the guards come in.
So yeah, so kind of taking a look at it, it does look like a tattoo, but the colors of it, the more you stare at it, seem to sort of shift around from a black ink to shades of gray and purple. The design is abstract and resembles no previous style that you've ever seen. It's hard to tell, where it was inspired by or where it comes from. There doesn't seem to be any influence from any cultures you've seen or know of. But the longer you stare at it, the design seems to move and shift. Something about it becomes familiar. It's like it's starting to awaken something within your mind, but as you try to follow those threads and think that you've found a shape and piece it together, you lose track of that thought. Leo and Roslyn, there is a knock at your door, and guard Captain Zod comes in. All right, well, he kind of takes a seat, and there's another Crown's guard behind him. First, why don't we go ahead and start with your names?
Leo?
All right, just Leo?
Yeah.
All right, and you, ma'am?
Morgan.
Just Morgan.
Yes.
All right. Really hope that we get off on the right foot here, as so far from what I've seen, you've been nothing but helpful, trying to be good, upstanding citizens and chase down an assassin. So, where is it you're from? Are you from around here? You from Rexentrim?
No.
I live in Rexentrim.
Live in
right
Rexentrim. Do the two of you know one another?
No.
As of the last 30 minutes, yeah.
All right. And, Leo, how long have you been in Rexentrim for?
I would say 5 summers.
All right. And, Roslyn, or Morgan, sorry. What is it that brings you to Rexentrim?
She gives a look that says, this is going to be a good time. A portal.
You came in through the Cobalt Soul then? Through the library?
No.
I fell in through a portal in a cave, and that's when I met Leo.
Oh.
And I can confirm that. It's as weird as it seems, but...
He looks over towards what to you guys looks like a mirror. And then back towards you. All right. So, Morgan, you didn't see what's happened on the stage then?
No. I understand someone was murdered.
Indeed.
Hey,
Someone
I
was
have a
murdered.
question. How come
Sure.
you're having a show outside the walls?
You talking about the Zenith?
Maybe?
The festival, the celebration?
Yeah. Why outside the walls? Why not inside the walls?
Well, I mean, there's plenty of celebratory practices happening inside the walls as well, but there's much more room outside for the influx of people. Is this your first time to Rexentrim?
Is this Rexentrim? Are we in Rexentrim right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then yes. Could someone show me a map? Does anyone have a map?
Where are you from?
Clearly not around here. Because I've never heard of Rexentrim.
All right.
What's
Are you
the capital of this place? What's the biggest city?
Rexentrim? Are you from across the sea? Taldore?
What's a Taldori?
All right. Marquette?
No.
All right, we'll come back to that. Leo, describe me what you saw. What happened?
Performance was going on great. Someone shady runs up, slices the girl, runs off. I kind of look around a little bit, see what's going on, finally actually go and chase the girl and bump into these individuals.
All right. Well, the girl was originally supposed to be Archmage Astrid Beck of the Cerberus Assembly, so this was a potential political assassination. There's nothing else you can tell us about any details of the assailant, the assassin.
Well, the assassin came to a cave where you found us, and it's gonna sound really, really weird, but portal opened up, and a bunch of hell demons. What would you call those things?
She gives you a look that says, I don't know. Something that came out of my nightmares.
It was just
sure.
terrifying horrors came out of this portal.
Wasn't any remains down there.
They disappeared once we dispatched them. That's why we looked pretty banged up when you found us. And I look at some of my scars.
All right. And he keeps kind of having you walk him through some of the details. Leaf and Kieran. Zod comes in. The Crown's Guard behind him. Right. So, first time having one of you in here, and points to you, Leaf. So this should be interesting. Looks at you, Kieran.
I'm slumped in my seat like a student who tried to skip detention.
Magic? Shape-shifting? Wanna come clean with what it is?
No, it's just, it's just like a magic trick. That's my favorite.
Just like to point out to you, so far you've done nothing wrong, as far as I'm concerned. You did your civic duty, tried to take down an assassin, so right now you're on my good side. Trying to escape, looking like me, puts you more in the middle. I want to start this friendly chat by lying to me. You're going to get closer to my bad side. Do we have an understanding?
Attempted to deceive you.
Yes, attempted being the operative word there. Let's start with your names. Mr. Automaton, what should I call you? Do you have a name?
This one's designation is R-66Y, are also known as lichen encoloptic amplification of flora and fauna, also known as Leaf.
Leaf it is. And you?
I told you earlier, it's Kieran the card.
Kieran. All right. So, what brings the two of you to Rexentrim?
Well,
This one is looking for the creator.
All right, I don't know what that means. Kieran?
wait, like God?
No, the creator.
Right, well, the gods created us, so I think that's what he means.
Well, no shame in that. Everyone's trying to find little God in their day.
Incorrect. This one is trying to find the creator of this one.
Oh, your creator. Oh, all right, well.
Correct, the creator.
All right, and yourself, Kieran?
Well, just like I told you earlier, I was just trying to have a good time, and I actually have a performance that I need to get to. That's why. Look, sorry, I didn't mean to. Well, by the way, how did I look? Pretty
Pretty spot on, except I don't wear fancy clothes like that.
Okay, well, that was just the best of what I had. But, okay, thank you, I appreciate it. But, no, there was just this big commotion, and I was like, oh my gosh, everybody's running, and I was like, oh, I should be running too, and then I kind of started following these lot, and then there was a cave, and then I went into the cave, and then there was this there was two different ladies. There was this one lady who was the murder lady who murdered the other lady on the stage. And then there was another big, beautiful lady who did not look like she was of this plane, if you get what I'm saying. And then, so in my rambling, I'm trying to obfuscate by still telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf is going to lean down and whisper to Kieran, query, are you attempting to deceive right now?
Do you say that out loud or you whisper?
Out loud / whisper.
Stage whisper.
You scream whisper.
I tap his faceplate. I'm like,
All right.
I shall assist. And he's going. Leaf is going to cast guidance on you.
Oh my.
All right. Yeah, he watches you cast this spell and then goes, "No more of that. In fact, why don't the two of you scoot apart a little bit, opposite sides of the table now? Go on."
Leaf just scoots, scoots,
Yep.
scoots.
Until you're... All right, that's better. All right, now, do you actually lie in any of the stuff that you tell Kieran, or do you recount the events that happened, ignoring the question that he asked you?
I think I would try my best to give vague details, but like gesticulate and narrate as if
Sure.
I'm giving details.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
You mentioned, like, the monsters, though?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so yeah, after a minute, he looks over to Leaf. Is there anything you'd like to add to the story?
Kieran's testimony is factual. Query: Are you hungry?
Actually, I could go for a
You're
bite.
asking me? Usually we get asked that. Are you hungry? Do you eat? I can get something
Leaf is
brought in
going
for
to-
the two of you if you'd like.
Leaf is going to extend its right hand, and like a little plate opens up, and then 10 good berries pop out of it. Here is some nourishment.
That's weird.
I'm fine, thank you, but I appreciate the offer. Now, how long have the two of you known each other?
How long have we been here?
All right.
We have known each other for 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 53 seconds. 54 seconds. 55
right.
seconds. 56 seconds.
Memory like
57
an
seconds.
elevator.
We got it, Leaf. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
And he
that's
continues
good.
to kind of talk to you for a bit longer. Maeve and Hermia. Eventually, the door opens up, and Guard Captain Zod comes in and sits down opposite the two of you. All right, why don't we go ahead and start with your names then? Miss, and points to you, Maeve.
I'm Maeve.
Just Maeve?
Maeve Ashfall.
All right, and you?
Hermia Astoria of Xanthia.
All right, and how long have the two of you known one another?
Just today.
Do you have any previous connections with the other four?
No, I mean, I myself only just met them today.
All right, so how long have you been in Rexentrum for?
I had just arrived, right? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yes.
Oh,
Go ahead.
about 3 weeks. I'm actually staying with a lady named Miss Claire.
All right, and how long, or what was it that brought the two of you to Rexentrum? Your business here.
I was hoping some point to get access to the library.
The Cobalt Soul.
Yes, Library of the Cobalt Soul. I was in Port Damali and was told to come here.
All right. And you, Miss Astoria?
Trying to understand the Empire better, given that our city has recently established trade relations with the Empire.
Right. No, yeah, all right. I recognize it now that it's the Feywild city. All right.
Yes.
Interesting. And the tall one, Morgan. This may seem like an odd question. How did she appear?
What did he tell you? Because we're all so confused.
Well, see, the point of breaking you up was so that way we can see how the stories actually line up, and if anyone's lying to us, we'll be able to tell. So why don't you just give me the
We-
truth?
She. Go ahead.
Well, there was a commotion in the play. I guess someone was murdered.
Somebody was murdered.
I wanted to help stop whoever did it, so was running opposite direction of the fleeing people. Ended up in a cave, and there was this portal, and these things were coming out. These monsters. When you hit them, they like kind of turned to ash. It was very strange, but I would assume Morgan came out of the portal with everything else.
I think it was a different portal, but yes, she came out of some kind of portal, as did these monsters. She helped us make the portal disappear. No more monsters.
The monster portal.
Yes.
All right, and what can you tell me of the assassin? Any discernible details that you noticed?
When I noticed that she was female.
She used a gun. It
All right,
stopped
firearm.
working.
All right.
And she must have had something planned to make her escape. We heard an
There
explosion.
was an explosion.
Yes, it seems that she blew the her escape behind her. We believe that it leads down into the outer extremities of the sewer system here in Rexentrum, so unfortunately she's gone in the wind. Any other details that you think you can give us that might help?
She tried to help us at first, and then she left.
All right, and there was another lady, big, beautiful lady, as was described by one of the others.
Some kind of apparition. Like, didn't seem real.
Disappeared very quickly, and then the portal
All right,
with the monsters
great.
came.
Ghosts now as well.
Not quite a ghost, but like an illusion.
All right.
Maeve is getting very tense.
All right.
Yes, something of that sort.
All right, so he continues to have a talk with you for a while. Eventually, you are all brought in a room together. This one less formal than the interrogation chamber and seems more like it is a conference room of some sort. But you are all left in here. There is a few plates of food in here as well if anyone's hungry, as well as some pitchers of water. But you are
And 9
left
good
in
berries that Leaf offers the group.
here. And 9 good berries.
I'd like a good berry. I need to heal.
So you may talk amongst yourselves now if you wish.
I'm going to give myself the hug of life.
Is that masturbation?
No, that's lay on hands.
If you guys wanted to during this interrogation phase, you could have done a short rest. If you want to spend hit dice instead, you may.
Okay.
No, I'll just spend my lay on hands for right now.
Hit dice. Where? What is my hit dice? It's D10.
So as we get brought in, I was like, well, we didn't get arrested, so there's a start.
Yeah, no shackles, so no one was stupid.
Kieran is very afraid of getting arrested. We attempted to escape and deceive.
With that look, Kieran, I picture you were getting like a handful of like the snacks, and then when someone said your name, you're like, what?
Like, what really happened?
Well, if you didn't just, like, run off, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Listen,
It's my fault.
You talk to the police.
well, we were all going to talk to the police. I don't know if you realized.
No, I didn't.
Listen, none of us did anything wrong. We don't need to be adversarial.
And I still don't like spending my evenings talking to the
Yeah, me
police.
neither.
Would you prefer to spend it hiding in a cave?
Listen, let's
No,
just,
I'd be at home right now.
let's just see what they want so that we can all figure things out. Well, I suppose we'll wait. I would like to talk to you all once we're gone out of here.
Where's your dragon?
She kind of just looks at her, like, just kind of points to her cloak. Lester kind of peeks his head out.
Oh, yeah, you promised you'd tell me where you got a drake.
Lester looks at it and makes a merp sound.
Man.
Not when we're near the police. She gets a little nervous.
See, she's lying too.
Clearly.
You can do an insight roll if you want.
You imply that Rosalind cares that much.
Well, he's engaging.
If you are attempting to deceive, this one can aid you. And it's going to cast guidance on you.
I'm not
He's very
lying.
handsy.
No, I am serious that I don't feel comfortable explaining the full story here.
Fair enough. All right. So
Hermia,
I don't
during
suppose.
all of this, you kind of notice down just under your left clavicle that you have a sort of weird tattoo.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yep. During the fight, that was where like you sensed like this warm sort of like burning sensation.
I try to like cover it up, like my parents would kill me.
I mean, it's up to you what your clothes like look like if anybody else can see it or not. But at some point, like remembering that, you kind of like take a peek and are like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?"
I'm gonna pretend I don't see it.
Okay.
You know,
Sure.
out of sight, out of mind.
My neck is killing me.
Your
Yeah,
neck is
and
killing you?
as Kieran mentions that,
Yeah.
anyone who like sort of takes a look as he
Yeah.
reaches back notices a tattoo there as well.
Oh.
You have that too.
What do you mean two?
I pull open my wrist and show mine. I knew it. I knew there was a reason we came together.
Wait, what is it? And I start spinning around. trying to see.
It looks. I show her mine. It looks like this.
Oh, wait. Did you feel a weird burning?
Yes.
Rosalind, ignoring her out of her chain, starts lifting up the back of her armor and like, hey, look at my back.
Sure,
Way up between her
sure,
shoulder blades.
Sure, I suppose.
Yep, there's one
Maybe
there
it's a
as well.
Yes, you have one. Please put your shirt back on.
That's bullshit. My aunt was going to get me my first tattoo this year. Fuck.
Well,
This one has one as well, and Leaf holds up his hand.
And Leo,
I didn't know you could get a tattoo.
if you kind of pull your armor and shirt forward and look down, there's one in the center of your chest as well.
Oh, Christ. I'm branded like you.
Branded.
well, there's a reason we all have it. I promise I can maybe have some explanation, but we have to get through this first. I don't really trust these people to understand.
Wait, what did you do to me?
I didn't do that. I didn't do anything. I don't have that kind of power.
I'm gonna insight check that.
Go for
Me
it.
too. I wanna. Do I
ahead.
believe her?
Go ahead.
Has it
13
occurred
plus
to any
4.
of you that they could be listening right now?
They probably are. I would be.
There is not, Callie.
Okay.
Morgan.
Maeve kind of gives a bit of an annoyed look. Well, then let's stop. I don't know if Robbie, if you wanted to respond to their insight question, or if you want me to.
What did you guys roll?
17.
And Kieran? An 8. All right. Well, Maeve.
Don't forget you have guidance.
At least to Leo. He sort of sees the truth in it, so she's not lying. She doesn't seem to be necessarily keeping anything more from you, but seems worried about talking about it here. Kieran, you don't trust her.
I don't trust her. See,
Seems a little
I'm what you
sus.
call a master of deception, so I know another liar when I see
A
one.
master of deception.
Yeah.
Maeve just kind of narrows
How
her
old
eyes.
are you?
I'm old enough to have a performing license.
Let's see.
Very
Do
mad.
I know?
Anyone who has a passive insight above 15 knows that's not
Yeah.
a thing.
Say like,
Man thinks that's a
Query.
thing.
Do they have licenses for performing?
yeah, give me
not
1
know.
second, and I
in
pull
her
out a
home,
piece of
she knows
paper
it
from my
doesn't
pad.
In her home, she knows that doesn't exist, but here she's like, wow, they have performing licenses here? This place is weird.
Yeah, give me 1 second, and I just write on a piece of paper BS and hand it to her. I have one too, or hand it to him.
Alright, you don't have to be mean about it, you know.
I-
Just turn away.
All right, so the door opens up. Captain Zod comes back in with 2 other Crown's Guard who kind of sit at the door, and he goes, "All right, everyone go ahead and have a seat now." He
Sit
walks
down.
Hermia's already sitting.
Walks up in front of everyone. All right. So, all of your stories seem to check out. It just seems to be one big coincidence that all of you decided to do the right neighborly thing and try and run down an assassin who had just allegedly assassinated or attempted to one of the members of the Cerberus Assembly.
Morgan raises a hand, except for me.
Except for you, who fell out of a portal after an illusion of a lady appeared, and then another portal opened up and a bunch of hell beasts came out of it, which you all fought off.
Yeah, that portal
vanished,
sucked.
And then you closed the portal.
Yes.
Yep.
Look, I'm going to be honest, I've been on the job here for about 30 years now, and this is at the top of my list of what the hell is going on. And it's drawn the attention of not just myself, not just the Righteous Brand, but that of the Cerberus Assembly as well. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to ask that you not leave town, but we are going to release you back out. We're going to get you some rooms here at a local inn, so that way, if and when we need to find you or ask questions, we're able to do so. And you won't have to worry about any of the bill. That's going to be on us. Any problems with that so far?
No, that's very kind.
I go back to the festival now.
And just in case you all do get the idea to go ahead and run away, I'd like to introduce you to the one that was originally supposed to be, who the attempted murder was on, the Archmage of Antiquity, Miss Astrid Beck. And as he gestures back towards the door, that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Dun, dun, dun.